My fans, I have arrived.
Me too.
Melt in your mouth.
They look so cheery.
You're an M&M. There's no point in wondering where your pockets are.
Tasty, smooth, creamy milk. Chocolate center.
You're an M&M. It's alright. There's no sense in wondering where your pockets are.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
Don't worry, they say hi.
Solid milk chocolate.
M&M's.
I love being on TV when you're an M&M. Don't worry, it's alright.
Solid milk chocolate.
M&M's.
Don't worry,
Get in the ball.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
do you think
Bite-sized candies. Milk chocolate.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies. Creamy milk milk chocolate.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies. I hope no one. Almond chocolate.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies. Chocolate center. Milk chocolate.
you're an M&M?
No one wrong.
There's no point in wondering where your pockets are.
Only M&M's candies.
You're an M&M. It's alright. There's no sense in wondering where your ear holes are.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
So it's that kind of party. Dark chocolate, darker than they see. So it's that kind of party. When you're an M&M. 13 more hours. Oh no.
Solid milk chocolate.
Aye aye. 13 more hours. Oh no.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies. Milk chocolate.
rock the boat?
Bite-sized candies. Creamy milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies.
M&M?
Almond chocolate.
Do you think
Bite-sized candies. Chocolate center.
when you're an M&M?
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
Must buy other.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
Creamy milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
Must buy other.
Little chocolate melts in your mouth.
They say hi when you're an M&M.
All the M&M's you could want. With peanuts or plain.
Might wonder. Might wonder. You're an M&M. 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 M&M. You're an M&M. You're an M&M. M&M.
Solid milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. Bite-sized candy. Chocolate center.
Solid milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. Bite-sized candy. Chocolate center. The M&M's can only all new M's.
Chocolate. Inside.
The M&M's can bite-sized candies. M's.
Chocolate. Inside.
The M&M's can only all new M's.
Chocolate. Inside.
The M&M's can.
Inside.
I'd say that's a wrap.
Well, hello. Dang it! Dang it! Always one time. Always one time. I get the giggles, and I'm like, dang it! Dang it! All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Darachat. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because some people still have issues, like Zio. Zio has issues saying my name.
Zio has issues. You can just cut it right there and be like, Zio has issues.
Zio has issues that no man can tell, but unfortunately for us, yeah. Anyway, I did not finish that one. But anyway, of course, you've all seen him before a few other times in different sections. The Chad himself. Welcome, DPadChad. It's been a while since we've done that. Last time it was just us was ages ago, and I've already uploaded some of those shorts out there already. So just really haven't done a better job of doing the shorts. Though I'm doing a better job doing my shorts, but I didn't do a better job then because.
We'll have you salute your shorts.
Anyway,
Dating myself with that reference.
oh, that's right, because I don't know. But
Old Nickelodeon show.
Oh, which one?
Salute your shorts.
Yeah, it's well, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. Because I remember Nickelodeon, but I was alive during the time of all that. What was Amanda? All that's
There's
Amanda.
the Amanda Bynes show. All that.
Show, all that.
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel. That's another one.
That era of Nickelodeon was literally just after Salute Your Shorts. Hey, dude.
Clarissa Says It All was.
Yeah, Clarissa Says It All.
Clarissa Says It All.
Clarissa Says It All started when Salute Your Shorts was still a thing. but
Yeah.
it lasted longer. So it lasted into like the new era.
Yeah, because
I had
she,
a crush on Melissa Joan Hart when I was a kid, but I
yeah,
think a lot of kids did.
yeah, but now she's married, has kids. Well, she's been married for a long time.
Oh, I
Um,
don't really keep up with any celebrity, to be honest.
Neither do I, but it's just information I remember because there was a on YouTube, there was a sort of like see the celebrity house. It's not like and welcome to the rich and the famous. No, it's
Oh, I
not.
remember that. Wow.
You have to do like and now we're here with no, I have to do and then we're here with all the other. I can't do that voice.
Yeah.
My name is John Leach, and I'm here to tell you about all the rich and famous.
I ain't gonna lie, my dad used to watch that show, and he like I didn't understand it, but he looked so depressed watching it. And then I realized, oh yeah, we're not rich or famous.
Yeah. And now I'm here to tell you about another rich person, and you're screwed.
Like, I'm here to tell you about another rich person that you'll never make any money of.
Oh, you almost sounded German there. And here we are to tell you about another rich person. Yeah, we're here to tell you about a rich person. And
I hear you're hiding poor people under the floorboards.
we have come to check if your social media is in order. Yeah.
Oh god. Coming to America.
Well, it's already here anyway. I mean, you already saw
Oh
that.
yeah, social. Yeah, they
You
call
already
it a
got-
credit score, but they just leave out the social part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do say social credit score though. I thought that was the whole thing with social credit score. I thought it was the whole.
Well,
thing.
that's the China one, but here it's a financial credit score based
Oh,
on your activity, which is essentially identical.
see, they shouldn't have made the movie Minority Report. They should have made the movie Financial Report. That
That's a good one. That's the prequel or the sequel.
before they became so unaware of the future. No, but that, yeah, I remember that movie, Minority Report. Just another Tom Cruise movie where he looks cool, tries to save the day, and
Hey, I'll take that over current day media. Geez.
that's where I put the remote down and say no, and they get no money from me. But nowadays, a lot of businesses are entrenched with, like Disney owns a lot of businesses, some of which you probably know but don't know they're connected to Disney. So,
Yeah.
and then that's the silliness of it all. Really, is this whole debacle of all this stuff, and I I get so tired of all these social media people when they don't realize that the issue that they have problems with can probably almost be easily solvable if they would just put down their phone and stop trying to get engagement factors so they could get money from it, because that's another part of the issue, right?
Well, keep in mind that like I take everything on social media and online with an absolute grain of salt because
Mm.
you're probably familiar with the account master of TDS.
Mm.
They hunt essentially. They went from doing their thing to inadvertently becoming a bot hunter, and you kind of realize that whole dead internet theory might actually have some legs because a huge portion of the a huge portion of the accounts interacting with like Warner Brothers,
Mhm.
Disney, they're bot accounts that are just paid. Like I think there was even a documentary about it. Sorry, every time I stream, it's like my nose goes super itchy. I hate it.
I know I got something in my eye. Gosh dang it. All right. Where we
But
at?
yeah, so after kind of seeing that, because I didn't really. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. Okay, going into the closet.
It sounds like
Oh,
his cat. It sounds like he's having a fight with his cat. Don't eat your cat. Don't.
you want to the dang closet that's like right behind my computer here,
Right.
and then like in 10 minutes she'll like start like because it has like a shelf on top of where you hang your coat and stuff. So I put her up there, and then like 10 minutes later, she's going to be like, "Hey, I want down now arbitrarily." And anyway,
Yeah.
so the bot accounts have been outed for the most part, and then you kind of take it into perspective how few actual people are really interacting with these big corporations,
Mhm.
and it's all fake. Like it's all fake.
Mhm.
And even the people that are actual people that are interacting, they're just, I would say, pseudo brainwashed
Mhm.
because they think that they don't kind of realize these bots are basically bouncing off of them and either doing like they'll either agree with you in a
Mhm.
flood, hit you with that dopamine, or they will do the opposite and be like, "No, no, you're wrong. You're wrong."
I made a little joke earlier. I thought it was your cat, and I said, "Yeah."
Oh, oh no, I've been making jokes about that. Like, I I'm not. You know who Base Comics is?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've
Base
seen that.
Comics said we were having a back and forth on Twitter, and she said, "At least people now know that know about Ohio." And I respond back, like, "Yeah, all it took was a train derailment and Haitians who with a very unnatural obsession with Chinese cuisine."
I like to eat the. No, don't say it. Don't say it.
So I will give the Haitians credit,
Yeah.
and in all seriousness, I do not give a crap if they eat those stupid geese. Eat away.
Mm.
I hate the Canadian geese. They are a nuisance, and our government is idiotic to think that, oh, they're migratory. No, they aren't. They have stopped migrating because they can just get McDonald's. I've seen it. Seen them in the drive-through.
Here in the wild, we see a young goose being. Oh, he's going for McDonald's. Oh, that's weird. He's going. He's paying for a Big Mac. Oh, he's getting some fries. He's adding a shake to this. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Like these stupid, and I'm not saying all McDonald's workers, but these stupid workers will throw fries to them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's why they don't migrate anymore. One, they're probably too fat. Two, uh, they just literally like, well, why am I going to migrate? I get food here.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious.
So
But
what you're saying is it's sort of in relation to the Haitians because we, the McDonald's, are throwing food at the Haitians. I got it. Okay. This makes total sense now.
you know, I didn't think about it like that. But I mean, yeah, our borders are. Hey, focus, focus.
Come on.
Uh, camera should not have done that though. Autofocus should be off, but whatever.
What camera do you
Um,
have?
huh?
What camera do you have?
It's a Sony or Logitech HD 1080p. I think it's called C920.
Oh, yeah, I've had that one. I have the Brio 500.
Yeah, I actually looked up a couple content creators that had good video quality and tried to hunt down what they use.
Thousands of
And
dollars. Some of them
oh
use.
no, this was the one that a lot of them
Okay.
use. And apparently the next jump from this goes for like I think maybe a couple hundred, probably even less now.
No, the C9 no, the C920 is, I think it's on sale on Logitech. Hold on. Yes, take me there, please. Yes. All right. Hey, all right, children. We're gonna go on a trip to a magical place
Yeah,
called the
$60.
Online Store. Yes. All right. Here we go. All right. So here we're at shop deals. No, we're just gonna go webcams. Boom. Done. All right. So you have this one,
Yep.
right? I don't. That's a lot of money for
Actually, it might be the one on the right. 'Cause I
this
don't
one.
got that little flip thing. Yeah, that.
The 922. See, I have.
No, I got 920.
Okay, so you got this one then, right here.
They redesigned it. That's weird.
Oh no, that's the privacy shutter right there.
Oh,
Yeah, that comes
I
with
didn't
your
come with that.
Oh, well, would you buy it off Amazon?
No comment.
Ah! Gotcha, sucker! No. Oh goodness. No, I have this one. This is the one I have right here, the Brio 500. Because and I didn't buy it from here. I bought it off Amazon because I got it for a cheaper price. So always look at Amazon first for the cheap
Yeah,
price.
yeah. I always go to Amazon. I hate to say it, but they. I wish it wasn't so, but they do have the best deals that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like computer parts, whole 9 yards.
Yeah. The next one, the last one I'll ever go for, because some of the content creators that go for like $1,500 to $2,000 cameras, no, I don't. This
Yeah.
works perfectly fine. The last one I'll go for is this one, is the MX Brio, because it's 4K, and all that stuff. But I mean, that's overkill. For right now, this does perfectly fine, and this also has a show mode, which means you kind of like flip it down. There, see that? You flip it down, you can show what's on your desk and stuff. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, the one I have is this color. This is the one color. This was the only color that was. So, but where is so auto light correction, advanced, all the stuff,
Yeah.
I think
The
yours.
auto light correction has been not exactly the best for me.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, I'm just going to turn this one off. There.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Now your face is bright. But yeah, I bought this a while ago and I've been using it. I've not updated my mic, but I think it works pretty well. It just not, direction, whatever. But yeah, I think the last one I'd ever get is that MX Brio, and that's pretty much it, because these content creators that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars
Well,
for
they get paid.
yeah,
That's
they
the
get paid, but it seems like it's a waste, because if this camera works pretty well, right? Like look at me, I'm not that beautiful, but still, if it works well enough that it can be seen,
And it's strong enough not to crack when my face is on there. You know what I'm saying?
thanks, I appreciate it. That's why you're on, Chad, because unlike CEO, at least you. Oh wait, no, you don't see the chat. Never mind.
Oh, I see it. It's right over there. I can see it.
I know.
I mean, I just
Oh.
ignore. See, I see your chat. I just ignore his. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Actually, he doesn't use Studio, so I can't see it. He uses StreamYard.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of people.
For now, he's looking to switch over, in the near future if certain features get added that he needs to do his thing.
Yeah, a lot of people saw the price update to StreamYards, and they're switching over to different ones. So
Yeah, we looked into that and realized it doesn't affect most people. So that's a big pearl clutch by a lot of people.
yeah,
It's free up to like 6 participants.
yeah, and I don't even use that. Yeah.
Like, hang on, let me grab this cat again.
Uh-oh. Don't worry, chat. He's not going to do anything to the cat. He's just going to hold the cat. Don't worry. We're all good here. But oop. No, but some people have looked at using Restream. Some people have looked at using. I know one, Tommy, uses is trying to use EV Mux, but look at that face. Yep, and then it's like, get me off the camera. And here we see the male with the cat on the shoulder, and it's.
Don't worry, Roughneck. The Haitians are gone. Actually, they might be. Our governor has sent like the National Guard down to Springfield, so
Ooh, wow!
like 50,000, I think.
Oh, it only took until the effect of having moved 5,000. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Yeah, no, I'm not too happy with the response time, but the
you, you, know, you, 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 you,
fact that you can't really. You know, you can't really. 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 You can I think what here's my solution to this whole thing.
Sure, go for it.
Take 50,000 National Guards,
Mhm.
give them gas cards.
Yeah.
Have them drive all those Haitians to Kamala Harris's house. Drop them off. She's the
Mm,
border czar. This is her problem. She needs to fix it. So how do we help? We should help our border czar and bring it right to her doorstep.
I would do border security, to be honest. I'd be like,
Oh yeah, that's
make Ohio border secure.
we need to build a wall around Ohio.
We'll build. Ohio needs to build its own wall. Michigan needs to build its own wall. I mean, it's surrounded by lakes.
Michigan needs to get rid of Whitmer is what they need to do.
Michigan needs to get rid of a lot of things, but unfortunately, Whitmer is the top of the list, and they haven't done anything yet. It's oh, what was I going to say? Dang it! It was somewhere else. Unicorns, rainbows, like. But anyway, but yeah. Oh, that's right. Tomby is going through looking at using different streaming places, and he's testing out EV Mux right now. But it was a funny thing because I was seeing some sort of reply thing. Now the borders would just make a twit longer. Hey, there you go. Probably. But there was a sort of a reply back thing with it was Tomby or whatever, and then Restream comes in the reply and says, "Hey, trying to make a deal, sort of thing. Like we're gonna give you an amount off or whatever." And then I was like, "No, I'm fine. I use Rumble Studios." And then EV Mux came through because they were kind of being tagged in by Tomby, and like, "Oh, we can give you % off or whatever." I'm like, okay, guys, I get it, right? My thing with these other streaming platforms, the only thing they have really well going for them is that, they have a lot of nice features and you can stream a certain resolution beyond that point. But the problem of it is, though, is that you can't stream to multiple places for free. You can only stream to 2. And Rumble Studios does about 6 or 7 total.
Yeah.
So you can have custom. So you tell me, right, which is a better deal? Oh, I can pay 40, 30 to 40 bucks a month. I'm sure it'll give me a deal, but it'll end soon. So I can do 30 to 40 bucks a month, and I can get the 6 or 7, or I can do
free.
free. Yeah, and again, Rumble Studios doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the other ones have. Granted, okay, even I still have my issues with it. All right, don't think there's any favoritism here. The point of the matter, though, is that that's their business.
Hey, whore.
Oh, hey, whore. They don't have anything else to go for. See, Rumble Studios is part of the ecosystem of Rumble.
Yep.
They all EV Mux only has EV Mux. Restream only has Restream.
Well, see, here's another thing: is a lot of these platforms now are incorporating like Rumble Studio kind of thing into their platforms. So just having to go to a separate website and setup for multi-streaming, where Rumble, YouTube, other places are starting to incorporate that as a feature, kind of seems redundant.
Yeah, I mean, well, not YouTube though. YouTube will always be its because they have a studio, but they don't really. Hey, Dash, how's it going? But yeah, I just see for right now, Rumble Studios behind in some things, but it is ahead in others, and these other places won't be able to stream to multiple platforms for free because that's all the business.
The lag.
Well, they need to do a lot of things. One is some cameras work for guests and some don't, and I've had to use Brave Call in order to have them on. They need to, what?
I might have a workaround for you, actually.
Well, I did. Before you speak, I did find a workaround for the being as a guest on and using OBS. I found a workaround for that. That kind of was a bit of, I was on Putin's stream. But the other one where it's just straight from the camera, there was one time I remembered that I think it was you or Zio who unplugged the camera and plugged it back in. It worked.
Yeah.
It has worked for some, but not for all. So, yeah.
So if they this solution I'm about to give you will work for everybody.
Right.
Um, the best thing that Rumble has added to studios, like
Mm.
hands down,
Mm.
is the use of ingress.
Right.
So if you create an ingress
Mm.
and send it to them,
Mm.
and they put it in Steam, stream their OBS,
Mm.
and then they hit start stream, it'll
Mm.
stream to the ingress
Mm.
and be on the screen using all their settings.
Mm.
So you won't have to worry about does studio
Mm.
properly recognize cameras, because it won't matter because OBS recognizes it and then this ships that out.
Yeah. The issue is not everyone uses OBS, and
That sounds like a skill issue then.
yeah, I get it. They're Scout, but my thing is that it shouldn't be a sidestep. Fix the issue with the camera stuff. Like
Yeah,
if I can go to Brave Call, right? Brave Call, that's what I use just in case I can't. That's my last workaround, right? Every camera that hasn't been expected through Rumble Studios has been through there, right? So
Yeah.
when Luke Awakenings was on, that was through Brave Call. When Cyber Mario was on, that was through Brave Call. My issue is, what is it in Rumble Studios that prevents it from acting the way that can detect the camera? What's going on?
Probably a driver issue, not on the person's end, but on Rumble's end, where they don't have the proper instructions set into Rumble to read certain drivers.
And that's where the issue is, because that if they could get that working, and I think probably this the out streaming, like the like 1080 or whatever, could
Yeah.
get that working, because there's a lot of things people want. I understand that, and of course that's why I'll be doing my Rumble Squared November, which I did say I would mention to you. I'm sure I've mentioned it 1,000 times, so that'd be just like throwing needles into the wind. But it's I know Lumpy does this thing, it's great, but I figured I'd try my hand at it and see if I can't change it a bit, be a bit more formal, like in how to do it. But
I got a suit I can put it on.
a what?
I got a suit I can be formal.
Yeah. No, you should wear a bow tie. Just wear a bow tie. Just look, just look that professional.
So, see, I'll wear a full like tuxedo, but I'll have the Viking hat and the mask on.
And here we have in this corner, Mr. Viking.
But no, when I say lag, I don't mean like this isn't lag on the viewer side. This is lag on Rumble side. So right now your live stream is lagging behind what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
That's why you'll notice that people will respond to something we said like a minute ago or a minute and a half ago. The longer the stream goes, the worse that gets, and that's something Rumble really needs to get a handle on, because you see, no, as an OBS user, I can verify it's garbage. How long ago did we say that? That was a while back, wasn't it, Daramouthe? I mean, not like 10 minutes ago, but
yeah.
And
but they're up to date though. That's YouTube side. They're up to date. Also,
no. What I'm saying is that I experienced this on Rumble side. Like, I've had I've had Meg, Mediocre Gamer Girl. She's come into my chat and said, "Hey, your stream is like a minute and a half, 2 minutes delayed." So like people will say something, and if I respond, they won't see it for like a minute, literally. And you know how people are these days. They're going to click off if you're not responding within seconds. And that's just the nature of live streaming. That's nothing against anybody who's watching. Because I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, this person isn't reacting.
So up to you. No, you're fine. You're
No,
fine.
you're good one, man. And I think that's going to be a huge hindrance, especially for small content creators. Bigger content creators, people will wait for. Small people like me, you, Zio, Meg.
I try. I really do. I bring you to the house.
I mean, you're bigger than me, that's for sure.
Oh, hey, we're not comparing sizes here, right? I don't even. So the funny thing is someone had to tell me that I had gotten 400 because I wasn't even paying attention to any of that.
Congrats.
So, well, I'm way past 400 now, but the point of the matter was someone had to tell me that. I mean, I do kind of look at my YouTube side, but that's a harder end to even bargain with. I would imagine the issue with Rumble is latency. That's generally what causes. Yeah, I think the issue at hand is the big issue at hand is what are they working on? What do majority of people who use their platform want? Right?
You want to see a roadmap, basically.
We want Kick, for all it's worth, right? All the silliness, whatever. Kick put out a roadmap, and we're still in the dark of. I know they put out shorts. You know, they leaked it, or he leaked it. It's like that's not a leak. That's just hyping up something.
Yeah.
The shorts thing. The point
I
of the
mean,
matter,
yeah, of course, it's just a advert for upcoming stuff. My thing is though, I don't want them to put a date on anything
they
because
don't have to. They just give us something to
I
look
know.
at.
But what I'm saying is, like with roadmap, usually roadmaps, when people talk about them, they want the update and when it's coming. And I know from my stint in IT and tech that if you set a due date for
Yeah,
certain things,
yeah.
I mean externally, not internally, I'm sure there is like,
Deadlines. Yeah, definitely.
but externally, if you make that promise and you don't deliver, that's 10 times worse than not making the promise at all.
That's gaming right there. Like there have been many games I've gone after where they've set a date and then we've got to extend it. It was what like Cyberpunk I think was extended after its date because of certain issues. But people need an outline of like, okay, so here's where we're going, right? Here's where we're at, because a lot of stuff is not added to apps yet, right? There's a lot
Yeah.
of things people want added to apps, not added to apps. And I know from what Rick has said once is that that's a little more difficult than on web. Okay, but let's get it hunkered down. Let's get at least some big ones done because there's not even a subscribe button on the app side yet, and that's
You
so
mean subscribe, not follow, right? Because
the monthly subscribe. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify that because sometimes people say subscribe when they mean follow because of YouTube.
Yeah. I know, and I try to differ myself from that. But so a while back, right? I went to try to find out what did YouTube look like back in 2016 because I was trying to make a comparison between because I wanted to see where YouTube was 11 years in, where Rumble is 11 years in because it started in 2013. Why are there two apps, Rumble and Studio? Because Rumble Studio is a little is the streaming part, while Rumble is the because even YouTube has two different apps or three,
Yeah.
four. I
So,
think.
so Rumble is what you use to watch videos, watch live streams, that kind of thing. Studio is if you're creating a live stream.
Yeah, or Premiere Video.
Yeah.
But so I was trying to go look up, and I think I still have it. I've got to find where I. There we go. So I was trying to find what did YouTube look like in 2016 because that's 11 years in.
Yeah.
So I found this website. It's called Web. Oh, sorry, I gotta bring it up. So it's called Web Design Museum, and then it shows like 2016 YouTube. This is what it looked like. This is what I was trying to go for because trying to make a comparison because 11 years in. But then I went back. But YouTube can go live from the app. Well, I haven't used the YouTube app, so I wouldn't know. But if that is the case, then yeah, that is
I
something.
also think Rumble Studio has that feature too for mobile, I think.
I'm not sure, but I remember this because I remember all that side and all that stuff. It's just different time. But I went back to 2005, right? Now this 2005 and 2006, it says here, right?
Yeah.
In February 2005, free pay, and they didn't sell it until November 2006. So until end of 2006, it's still those three guys' thing, right?
Yeah.
So I went through this and was like, what did YouTube look like back in the beginning days, right? And it looked like this, right?
Like E-Bombs World. I remember that.
Yeah, and then you have like different, about us. What is YouTube? And they give all the description and stuff. So it's like, that's pretty neat. I was just intrigued by the stuff.
Yeah.
And then the contact us, and they were in Palo Alto. I didn't know that's where they started from.
Yeah.
And then all the sign up stuff, all the things you had to go through.
That was bring back memories.
Oh yeah, it's old. developer API. And it's funny because this is 3 guys right here beginning this out. So, and then I come to this last part, right? And this is their board or something like that. They say MySpace re-enables YouTube embeds, which if you remember MySpace,
I do.
that's old school. They are merging. Why is it at top? Oh, wow.
Huh?
So it doesn't. So the thing goes at top now. It doesn't even go. It doesn't even cover us anymore. Look at that.
Yeah.
Up at top. So Rumble and Locals is integrating, but it's probably gonna take some time. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time because I think Locals is very unique in its framework as far as like trying to integrate that, which is more of a social media platform, with Rumble, which is more of a video platform, video live stream platform, will take a lot of time, and they'll have to make some decisions on what features they can implement and what features would be redundant.
Yeah, which is probably a few things. But if they can bring members or subscribers only streams, I mean that's gonna help a lot. But anyway, so I came to this part. This is sort of their support board, and we'll go all the way down to the end because this is at the beginning. So we're at like July 7th, right? This is beginning of it, and they're showing all their stuff and all this. They're talking about feedback and whatnot, and they're showing. And this is 2005, mind you. I don't know how many of you know what 2005 was like, but you're looking at it right here. Now I'm going through this and I'm just kind of looking at, oh, this is pretty fun, because this is early stuff. And then I'm starting to see stuff that is like, oh, they had video flagging at 2005 on their first year. And I'm like, wait a second. Why is it that in their first year, and this is before they were bought by Google, they can have something like this, but Rumble has issues? And so, I'm going over this and looking all over this stuff. They have, I don't know what a November Nano Day giveaway is. That's a 4GB iPod Nano. Holy crap. That's old.
Yeah.
But then I keep going through this and I'm seeing all this, all the updates and stuff they're giving. This is still 2005, right?
They definitely need to add a feed of what and when. And this would help Rumble too, because then people would have a better structure of like, because you get people all the time online going, well, you guys' user interface is out of date and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? They updated it like forever ago. But see, these people aren't really looking through like Rick Rack's Twitter feed for that kind of stuff. But they'll probably look on Rumble, and if they see it,
oh yeah, Hangouts from Google. Yeah, that was something a long time ago.
Yeah, that really was, I think, a misstep by Google, because people would joke about like not using Hangouts, but the funny thing is, it could have taken off. It could have been a Discord competitor with enough effort put into it.
Yeah, but we all know what Google is now. Well, it has been for a while. But anyways, going through, and then I saw blocking reporting a user. And I'm like, wait a second.
Well, that just got added, didn't it?
No, they don't have that on Rumble on the website.
Yeah, I just read a thing. Like
No, that was on the app. Or at least someone had said it's on the app.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's not on the web page. And I'm looking at this.
Yeah, they said they were going to do the app first, then it was going to come to the web page, which is a little different than what they normally do.
That's what they did with the studio clip things for Rumble Studios. That they started clips on the mobile app first, and then went up to web. But my thing is okay. So 2005, right? Because I had thought there was a lot of things they couldn't do back then, whatever, and all that stuff. But I'm looking here, right? And I'm seeing blocking reporting a user, right? Yeah. 2005, made by 3 guys. And Rumble has an issue of not being able to have that.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Like, you're right. That is a bit. Like...
So my question to Rumble is, and not to knock your guys' intelligence, whatever, but how is it that 3 former PayPal guys in 2005 were able to have the things you still don't have on their first year. And yet we're in year 11 and they don't even have something as basic as blocking and reporting. I'd like to know, is it a coding issue? Is it what? Yeah, exactly. But the question is, okay, so YouTube or Rumble, why is it that in 2005, 3 PayPal employees, former PayPal employees, were able to get it done, and yet the one thing I know a lot of people have asked can't, or it's not there, or it's on the app version and not the web version, which more people are trying to use because the app still has issues. So what gives, right?
I also think that they need to add the ability. You don't have to know who the user is,
Yeah.
but if there's a channel you want to block, they should have a little check mark box that says block user also.
Mhm.
That way, say I was stealing your content, Dara,
Mhm.
and then re-uploading it as my own,
Mhm.
and I just and I'm reacting to it and just going like, dude, I saw that on YouTube the other day. I was watching a video. I legit thought I was watching this video, and
Mhm.
then like I'll show you about from where my finger is, right, vertically, was this tiny little screen of somebody reacting, and they're just, and you could barely even see them. I didn't even realize they were there for like 50+% of the video.
Yeah.
And anyway, back to what I was saying. If
Dana Foreman. Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, no, I've seen that. I've seen that during my Pay It Forward stream. There's a lot of lewd ones. It's just
yeah, I
my
think YouTube, boy,
Rumble.
Freudian slip there. I think Rumble really needs to get a handle on anything that's going. Because here's the thing: as Rumble gets popular, you're going to get more people that will do anything
To get the
to
money.
to get the money, and that means provocative thumbnails,
Mhm.
misleading titles, outright copyright infringement.
Mhm. Well, there's been a lot of that. I've seen during my Pay It Forwards, I've seen old Star Wars episodes, Star Trek episodes. I've seen movies done. I've seen a lot. People will do movie watches. I mean, they do it in Discord, so there's that. But my question is, how is it? Three. Make that. They might have had help. I don't know because
Yeah.
there's no number given during 2005 YouTube. How is it that 3 former PayPals against 160 employees can do something that they aren't doing right now? How? If it's a coding thing, oh great, then let us know. But how is that possible? It was a different time. Sure it was, but then that means the now should be able to do it a little more quickly or a little more quicker than
I
back
think
then.
I think we also got to take into consideration one other thing,
Mm.
and this isn't necessarily to excuse the lack of this feature, but it might give a bit more perspective as to why. Where YouTube's biggest competition was probably eBaum's World.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That's
You remember
old.
you remember that one video with the guy with the hammer runs up behind the dude, go hits him with the hammer, or not hammer, a shovel.
There was Daily Motion. Daily Motion was
Daily
another.
Motion, yeah,
I-
which was still around for a long time.
V-
But
Vim- Vimeo? Vimeo
Yeah.
was another one, isn't it?
Daily Motion and Vimeo,
Okay.
Vimeo, were around for like a long time. I don't know if they're still around. I don't think they are, but
Mhm.
anyway. So they didn't have a lot of competition. Everybody was on like kind of like the same
Mhm.
playing field, building up. And I don't think Rumble really was doing much with their. I think they were kind of still in the financial gathering portion
Yeah.
of when they first started. But with what Rumble's doing now, I think they have to prioritize. Okay, is this important? Is this important? Is this important? And I think that the blocking and reporting may not have been the priority because they were just starting to really come into their own. I think now is definitely the time they need to get that out. And
Yeah.
but I think when they first started, it wasn't a high priority.
Yeah. Which is
This is what it
understandable.
comes down to.
Yeah, and the money thing too, because I think once they went public, that's where they got the influx cash. But let me show you the last bit of it, right? So I come up to here. This is December 14th, 2005, right? Welcome to our world. For quite a while, we've been discussing how and when we should start integrating ourselves more within the YouTube community. This is talking to the creators, right? There's
Yeah.
obviously a multitude of reasons we want to do this. First and foremost, we need you. We need an open and honest discourse with our users to understand what works, what doesn't, what features you really like to use or just would like to use. Like to see what little annoying things on the site really piss you off. We want to hear it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Jesus, that changed drastically from then to now.
Oh yeah, but here's the more part. Secondly, you to know us, how we work, what we're doing, and the challenges we deal with. We get such an intimate view, sometimes a little too intimate, admittedly, into the lives of so many of users. It's about time you start seeing us as well. So what have you been up to lately? Thanks to all of you, our growth has been absolutely phenomenal these past months. As you can probably imagine, with such rapid growth comes a whole host of scalability problems. Believe me, these are the best kinds of problems to have, but they are still problems nonetheless. And we spent much of our time and energy focused on just dealing with the amount of traffic we're getting. This has been a bit frustrating for all of us, since it distracts us from improving the site and working on new features as much as we would like to. However, we're continuing to do the things to improve the scalability and stability of our site, which will give us more time to focus on what matters most, bringing you all the features you want to see. We did push out some new features this week. Remember, 2005, December 14th.
Yeah.
We're pretty all excited about. We'd love to get your feedback. Seriously, developing features in a black box sucks. So let us know what you think. For your viewing pleasure, and they made this showing the inside the office stuff. Where is this for Rumble? They just came out and said, we need you. We need your feedback. We need all of it. Where is this for Rumble?
On Twitter.
Exactly, on Twitter. Why is it not on their site?
The answer is right there, by the way.
What do you think? Rumble has a prioritization issue in regards to future projects. Yeah. And December 14th, 2005, a board piece.
Oh,
Home. On before Google owned it on YouTube. And you just heard me read it right there. We need you. We need you. Tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why is it such a difficulty to do that for Rumble now?
it's not. They get that all the time.
Right. But you seeing what they're saying here. Where is this saying from Rumble at?
It's third paragraph.
So what have we been up to lately? Oh, you're talking about the scalability and all stuff. All right. But it's still an issue where it seems like, yeah, they're taking in the stuff, but it feels like like he said, the prioritization level is just in the wrong area.
Well, here's the thing, and I think this is something that I think Rumble would really benefit from. I think the reason we don't see anything like this on Rumble is because X exists. That's really it. Basically, why put it on the Rumble page when you can outsource that kind of stuff to like one or two employees, Rick Rack, Mario, etc., Chris himself even, and go through Twitter. And here's the thing: I don't think that the Rumble employees are utilizing Twitter to the best that they could. For example, you know what one of my favorite features of Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it is? Polls. Now, here's the thing. Polls on Twitter are not good. Like, what I mean is you're only going to get the data set of people who follow you and who are willing to interact. But that, for Rumble, is exactly what they need. They make a poll saying, which feature do you want most? And then they could prioritize what is the most wanted feature versus least wanted.
Yeah.
Like within a couple weeks, if that.
So Daniel says, "Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay, so it's at the top more, not at the bottom. The official Rumble and Rumble FAQs here on Rumble haven't posted new videos in 1 to 3 years, respectively. That's wild." And
I didn't know that. Wow.
and Dashboard has a point. X is a competitor. They need to bring customers to Rumble, not X. And X has a thing too where you can't post links to other places, or you won't get seen very well.
That's yeah, can relate.
So the thing here is, while I understand your point, right, to outsource it because it already exists, you are haranguing yourself, binding your hand behind your back and saying, we already have a place, it's over there. One, you're not even utilizing it correctly. And two, if you want people to come to your platform, you've got to bring them to your platform. Make the things that, hey, Jack Tarline, nice to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. But the thing of it is, you want people to come to Rumble. Okay, so like you said, right? Run a poll.
Yep.
Run a poll. We Rumble needs to know where the majority. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, the UI sucks." I've seen that plenty of times. I'm like, okay, but
I
what?
wouldn't even put that on the poll. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
People
I'm
say-
not saying I wouldn't put it on the poll either because that's just ridiculous. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of people who will say Rumble. Hey, Steve, who will say Rumble has bad UI. Okay, what about the UI is bad? Because they have to clarify. They don't. They just say UI bad.
That's because they're. I'm dead serious. It's bots.
Maybe I'm not like the bot hunter like Master of TDS is.
I got a few ways that I can tell, but
Yeah,
basically, if they leave a comment, you reply and they say nothing.
yeah,
Yeah. Usually, people are reactionary. They're not going to not say anything.
that's true. But yeah, my thing is if you want like Dashboard Normal was saying, if you want people to come to Rumble, then you've got it's like the Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come. But you got to find out what they're wanting. And look, almost every platform has been compared to what platform so far? What is the king of the platform so far? YouTube. It's just going to be for a while.
Yeah.
It's all great when we get all these updates once a month. That's great. Where is the improvement of getting stuff from the web to the app?
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Why isn't there a uniformness to it? Why is it such messed up? I get that maybe the coding is different because, again, Rick Rack wasn't there at the beginning. So I don't know if Rumble Mario was. But my
No,
issue
he wasn't. He wasn't there at the beginning either.
Okay. So, and that's the point right there. So you're dealing with someone else's code that you don't know very little about. I'll get to you guys in a second. And we're at this place where we're saying, can you do this? Can you do this? Will you do this? We're trying to get down the line. Rumble Studios could blast all these other streaming places right now if they at least get the small bug fixes. I can't even bring up support on Rumble Studios. There's a feedback option, but I can't bring up the support option.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on Rumble Studio that needs to be flushed out. And I will say, I think that a big hurdle with the Rumble app isn't necessarily Rumble itself even, but it's largely Apple and Google not playing ball.
Yeah, well, that's the money thing too, right? Because I know that's the thing.
And
go ahead.
Personally, I think they should have bypassed both. Here, and I know people are like, well, if it's not in the Play Store, people won't get. What if, hear me out, you put a little button on your website that says download the app. And it just directly bypasses both, and the APK just goes into your phone and you install it. Like thereby, no Google, no Apple, and you can even put a little warning because I know for a fact that Microsoft does this. If something isn't approved, there'll be a little warning like this could contain viruses, and just tell people no, it don't contain viruses. They're just being assholes. I think you muted yourself.
I said, dang it! I had a good one too. No, I said viruses are a-holes, but Dashboard says Canny would give Rumble a way to collect feature requests and bug issues, and also give customers a way to see what of those features and bugs are being worked on with email updates to the users. Yeah, but there's also that date thing that we were talking about earlier, so I don't know what that would
Also,
play into.
also, there's another aspect of this that, and this is just conjecture on my part. I can't verify one way or the other,
Sure.
but they could be keeping stuff close to the chest to prevent vulnerabilities to be exploited by their competitors. Because a lot of people don't realize this, but these companies, they're like, no, we would never.
Right.
Yeah, they all participate in corporate espionage.
Hmm. Well, if that were the case, then streaming platforms would be able to stream to 6 or 7 different platforms for free, but they don't do that. So, and then Horror Stream said the big downfall of them too is, and you just saw that 2005 and 2006 YouTube were a lot different, and they were open. They wanted to be as transparent as possible and say, hey, tell us good, bad, ugly. We don't care. We want to make this better for you guys.
Yeah.
Right. And
And
it's kind of hard. I haven't seen it very much, but it's kind of hard to hear that from Rumble because we're expecting it to be this, thing, free speech, great, free speech. But a lot of people are, they're still on, well, I can't do this on the app. I can't do this in Rumble Studios. I can't do this in the web, and so on and so forth. And so these things, and like you was saying with that, there's got to be a place where they can have on Rumble itself where people can report bugs and issues.
it needs to be more prevalent too. I'm going to be honest. If I hit, if I go to a web page on Rumble or a channel,
Mm.
and let me see here. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. It's on
Gonna pull-
presentation.
Well, I'm not present. I'm just going to double check that I'm not talking out my ass. So there should be a option right here. I'm looking at our stream here, right?
Yeah.
I can enlarge it, picture in picture, speed, quality, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's no under the gear or
Yeah.
somewhere along that row of buttons
Mm.
should be a send feedback, report, block,
Hey, Dex. Thank you.
Now, if I go to your channel, I can't even do anything here other than follow and get notifications.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that really needs to be something, and it needs to be freaking everywhere. It needs to be it needs to be mute, dang you. It needs to be I was trying to mute the live stream because it came up and was like barely audible,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, mute, you mother. So it needs to be they need to have the feature of feedback
Mm-hmm.
and under every video, put like 3 little dots, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Report user, report channel, feedback. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if you put it under every video, maybe not feedback though. Now I think about that might get confusing because they think they're giving the person feedback, not Rumble. So
I would at least for the beginning of it keep it to the main page, right?
Yeah.
Keep the bug issue and the feedback at the main page because the one thing I will give them positive feedback for is they put the for you at the very top instead of picks. That was something that needed to happen. I remember saying something about it, but I don't think they listened to me. My problem is I will promote Rumble. I will use Rumble. I'll use Rumble Studios because, to be honest, for whatever problems I've had with it, it does this thing well, and I appreciate it. The problem of it is there are some things that they're still not transparent on, or clear on, or clarify on, and like you said, they do keep things close to the chest. My problem is if you want people to come to the platform, you've got to build the roads to lead them there. taking stuff to X or Twitter X, whatever, is not going to help because they will demoralize you for posting links to other places.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
That's just the gaff of it. So why would you give your competitor that much more power over you? Like, that's great. Okay, let's use it for now until we build something on our site. If YouTube can do it to the degree it did in 2005, then there's got to be a way that Rumble can do it in 2024, which still doesn't make sense anymore because it's weird. Again, 3 people, 3 former employees of PayPal against 160 people in Rumble. I'm starting to see a little difference here.
Yeah. I sent you a picture real quick on Twitter.
Twitter X, yeah.
Where it would perfectly fit and everybody would be able to quick access it.
Send a photo. Sent a photo. Put feedback. Yeah, no, I probably in account options. To be honest, I would put in account options.
Well,
That way,
it would probably get buried if you go there.
Well, that's true.
But if you put it right under account options, just in that drop down window, feedback, bam, brings you to a form to fill out.
Yeah, and this will be, and we're at the top of the hour, but this is the bit of it because I know we've talked too long on Rumble, and I apologize. My thing is that I want to take the oxygen out of the excuses that people will give Rumble. Oh, it's not enough reach, it's not enough money. Okay, fine. Oh, the UI sucks. This, blah, blah. It's that stuff's going to continue to happen, sure.
I think the UI sucks. Is oxygen is gone on that one. I see a lot of people like, oh please, you broken drum.
My thing is that the little bug stuff, right? The little things that can be fixed, whatever. Let's take the oxygen out of those things and get to it. Because I believe Rumble could go forward. Not be YouTube, can be its own thing, but on the same scale. The problem of it is it doesn't feel like they're open to wanting to do that. Or they don't say anything in return. And we're getting this sort of back and forth where at times it can feel like the employees there, at least for one person I know, that it can feel like a frustration on our end, but like, a weird sort of something from their end, and it feels like it's off, like it's not whatever.
Also, and this is something I've noticed in interactions between Rumble employees and people is, and this isn't often, but this is often enough that it's noticeable.
Yes.
If you're given the answer, shut up. They gave you the answer. Like, and I don't mean like shut up, like don't give feedback. What I mean is the UI thing. Okay? It is so obnoxious to see people, and again, I'm not defending Rumble employees or anything. It's literally just me viewing things, and I'm like, oh, they already did that. Oh, I've already seen people ask this, and the answer is out there. And people just continually ask instead of doing a iota of looking to see if maybe it's already been done. Maybe it's already been mentioned. Maybe if I click on, I'll just use Rick Rack as an example. Click on Rick Rack and scroll for like 2 seconds. I might see that my question was already asked 82 times in the span of 2 days.
Yeah.
And the answer was given. That's the key thing. But people keep asking for stuff, and at that point, I started thinking maybe these people are not very genuine in what they're asking, and they're just trying to point to a problem that doesn't really exist because they know other people won't really look into it. And at that point, I get into the conspiracy theory of
bots and all that stuff.
Corporate espionage and all that.
Or it's not centralized info, and that's the issue.
That is a huge thing. I think that Rumble really needs to have, like we've been beating this drum for a while now, but you're 100% right. They need to have a whole separate webpage, not separate as in like from rumble.com, but I mean like they need to have a sub page where it's just like this would be cool.
What?
Put on top a progress bar, like a loading bar in a video game. And no, better yet, name everything they're working on in a progress bar, a visual representation of how close they are to finishing.
Isn't that still giving it a date thing though?
No, because the progress bar isn't telling you when it's going to be done, just how much of the work in that is done.
The one way I could see that going wrong though is people are demanding, can you get this done quicker? Because they won't understand the coding part. They only understand, is this thing done now? Can I use it? It works great. Good. They don't understand the coding. That's where I can see it going wrong. Is that
Well,
they
again,
start
it's just a visual representation. It's just flair.
right.
Like, if people are taking that as gospel, then I'm like, come on, guys. Seriously? Have you ever seen a PS1 loading screen? You don't know when that thing's going to be done, but you know it's going.
It's been about 5 minutes. I think it might have died already. But yeah, so again, that's why I'm gonna do Rumble Squared, because yes, he Lumpy does his own. That's great. I'm really grateful I got to go on twice. Once was as a guest, and one what?
Do not read.
I can't. I can't. It's not even showing any ad things in my thing, so I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
says no, it says no campaigns available in the thing.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. So
That's weird.
I don't worry too. I usually do it towards the end anyway, but we're not there yet. But that's why I'm doing Rumble Squared. I won't be doing it till November, sometime on a weekend after the election. It'll be 7 people. It'll be around, at least try to do 2 hours. It can go over, but the point of the matter is that it'll be a formal stage of things going down a list. But the interesting part will be is that the people who are on, right, they can help build of, okay, so maybe take this away or add this and see if this will work for the next group, because it's going to change, right? The 6 people are going to change. I'm not, because it's my thing,
That's
right?
your show, yeah.
It's my show. But the point of the matter is that the previous group will help build the thing to either this will work or won't work, and then we'll be able to progress to the next group, and they'll be able to add. So each group will get to add their own point to what will make the show better, what would be take away from this, what would be the the add on to this. Still trying to keep it close to 2 hours, but people get to add and help. Sort of unanimously. I still have the last word, but I think I know someone will say something against me, but I think that will be beneficial in a way, because people will feel like they're helping build something, and that's what I'd rather have do. And then when they come back on again, they'll see how far the rules have changed and how some have stayed the same. It's a variance, but
Yeah.
I think that would be the best idea, because I just think that would be a good idea.
That
But
reminds me, I got to work on my like my intro is what I use for my live stream when it starts, that catchy song in the video. But that was never meant to be where it's at. It's meant to be played at the beginning of my live streams
yeah,
only one time.
Mhm.
But I didn't really have a placeholder video, and I really need to be like starting soon. The one thing I wish I could add to that is a timer. So like if it's 8 hours, it'll count down from 8 hours. I gotta
Uh,
figure out if there's a way I can do that.
Yeah, I was grateful enough to come across some people that, while I did pay for the original start loading screen, there was some commission that came away, and I paid for it. I had some help in perfecting it and getting better. So the one I have now is thanks to Panda Sub 2000. He didn't have to do it. He did it out of his kindness of his heart, and the guy works like a horse. Dude needs to take a break. And I'm grateful that he's coming on this weekend with Alpha and Tomby. So, but I really, with again, with the Rumble Squared and the Dara's Hangout Den, I'm trying to build. I will be, since last time. Did you know? As long as you don't abuse it, you can still have it. But if you abuse it, it gets taken away. It's just that simple. And yeah, making mods and from chat would be great. I don't care about the election drama stuff. You haven't heard me say anything yet about election stuff. So, well, we did a bit
A little bit.
earlier,
That was more like the
passing.
more geared towards the cats.
Yeah. You can't. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But no, I don't want to turn this into like just negative. It has to be positive, because it's the only way it's gonna go forward. Whether or not I get a response from anyone, there are 2 times. I got one response from Chris once. It was from Forget Vaping, and another was for Mario for Midnight's Edge After Dark. Didn't think it would, but it did. Doesn't mean I have any power whatsoever, but it goes to show that at least they're listening, but it needs to get better. But anyway, it is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. It is the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. What that means is also hail everyone. Yes, hail everyone in chat. Thank you so much. Anyway, every it's a little past, but at the top of the hour of every hour, when I have a guest on or myself, I set aside some time for both me and the guest to promote ourselves, because they're content creators that do it at the beginning, the middle, spread out, or whatever. I do it at every hour because sometimes streams are 3 to 4 hour. Other creators, right? I'm trying to cut that remark, unless the conversation going well, but I'm trying to keep it within a reasonable distance. But yeah, at the top of the hour of every hour, I set aside that time so that we can remind ourselves, one, oh, it's been an hour, and then go from there. And also so that people can refresh it, because why not? Right? All the shorts I put up, I've put up, not always, but I've put up the information of me and the guest in there. So that way, whether it be someone from the past one that's not been in anymore, or probably not going to get anymore, like some people, or other, is just a way of kind of giving back that little space for us to promote ourselves. So, DPadChad, the floor is yours, good sir.
I am DPadChad. I do
More
live.
vibrato.
What? What?
A little more vibrato.
Hang on.
Oh, what's it
You
gonna
know what? I got an idea for this.
I've sparked something.
Okay.
Show us what you got. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
There we are. Okay.
What's he got?
There we go. Okay, we'll go with 3.
Hi, I'm DPadChad, and I run a Let's Play and live stream channel, as well as, I know my voice may not sound like it right now, but I am a Christian. I'm a Christian gamer.
Oh.
And yes, ladies, I am single. So, I actually also run a Discord specifically geared towards content creators coming together to collab. And since we all have a co-host named Zeo Gaming, and yeah, that's kind of what I do. Now also, I do have this fancy OXLR that I love to use to torment people. In fact, I was thinking about getting a waifu-looking avatar.
And then just using this. So, boys.
Oh, don't remind me, dear Lord. Don't. Earlier this week, don't even get me there. Oh, come on. Can you just drop it for a second? All right.
Okay, we're good.
His links are in the description below. I did add your YouTube one because you are on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot I'm on YouTube too.
Yeah.
I don't care about that though.
Right, but I'm trying, as we keep seeing with the YouTube stuff and all that and Twitch, multi-platform yourself.
Yes.
For goodness, people. I get it. YouTube, you make big bucks. You get big reach. Guess what? Oh, if all your stuff is on there and they demonetize you, guess what? Where's the money? Where's the money, Lebowski?
That
Where's
money
the
argument goes right out the window once you get yeeted.
I don't care if it's not to Rumble. Get yourself in line. I have talked to people who have been on 9 to 11 different platforms. For the love of the Almighty, get smarter. Even if it's just 2. I just do 2. Rumble and YouTube, that's it. Even if it's just 2, that's okay. Get yourself on more than one platform. You are in a land where the Alex Jones things happened.
Yep.
And you're going to let it slide? Really?
Also, Also, I want to point this out.
Go.
When you read that YouTube, was it 2005? Was it?
2005.
Well, doesn't that sound like Rumble now?
Probably at its beginning, but I've not seen anything stated like that on the
No,
platform.
no, no. What I'm saying is, what Rumble is today
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what
I see
YouTube
what you're
was
saying.
way back when.
Yes, I see
So
what you're saying.
on the inverse of that, you want to not have Rumble be your only platform because we never know what tomorrow may hold.
Oh yeah.
The only way we can protect Rumble from becoming YouTube or YouTube from becoming even worse, if that's even possible, is competition. We could actually cause change in YouTube because they have to compete with Rumble, so they can't put their own biases on display anymore because Rumble is getting so big that they have to compete.
Well,
Same with Twitter
it's
Twitch.
Twitter X, Twitch. Yeah. The thing is, though, is Rumble's competing with Google because that's what YouTube is.
Yeah.
And Google's an impossibility because it's global and Rumble is not because of all the different places it's censored. But all right, let's go to my thing next. All right, guys, whether you're in Rumble, whether you're in YouTube, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, following, leaving a comment, anything that helps the engagement because, again, being seen more helps bring more people on, right? Many of the people who've been on the show or been in the chat have been on the show. Jack Tarlad. And One Man Cast is going to be on this month. So there's that. DPadChad's been on previously 3 different times, now 4. The point of the matter is that any help with the engagement factor on any of the platforms I stream to helps immensely because through other people, I get to meet other people and bring them on. Over 100 different people. Over 100 different people. I have not heard a content creator do that within the amount of time that I've done it. I've not heard it. Probably someone has. I don't know. But the point of the matter is that I've done over 100 different people that have come on Darachat, talking about whatever, shooting the crap, does not matter. And that's where your help comes in. So anything that helps the engagement, I much appreciate. And if you guys want to know where else I'm at, there's a link down below. Go to the link. You'll find my places where Twitter X is where I mostly do my communication. Chad will let you know that. I also have a Discord. I also have an email. Those barely get used at all. But and also my Rumble and YouTube thing are there. So if you want to go to the one or the other, you can go to that. But if you would like to come on, right? You watching the screen or whatever, and some of you have already been on. Some of you have. Whether on YouTube or Rumble, if you want to come on, you have the opportunity to. So go down that link. Find me on my Twitter X, the Discord, the email, doesn't matter. Or leave a comment on YouTube or Rumble if you want to come on. Look, guys, I've hit over 100 people. The year is not over yet, and I want to see where I'll end up by the end of this year and beyond. Will I get to 200 by the end of this year? Will I get to 300 people by the end of this year? Will I get to 1,000 next year? Who knows? But you get to be a part of that. And you get to be on it as well if you want to. I know, but again, anything that helps with engagement helps with doing that. And of course, my link is down below. But yes, I do know that I've had people cancel on me. I've had one person who didn't even respond back the day before. One who lives in a country where the internet went out, and so he couldn't respond back. I've had on one person who it was a weird time, like drawing blood from stone. Jack Tarlad would know that. And so I get it. If I have a person on and K4 yesterday was an exception. I did say yesterday that if you were gonna come on, right? If I'm inviting you on as a guest, and we put it, months ahead, a month ahead or whatever, because that's all I can do. Because most people can't think 2 months ahead. If we set a time stuff ahead, and you don't give me enough time, and if you don't even tell me the day before that you're not gonna be able to come on, that makes it harder for me to want to invite you on again. Because it's just a respectful thing, right? And a K4, he did come on. It was just a time issue because he's in a different side of the country, Central Time. So you know what? I'm glad he was able to come on. He's always welcome back. Come on. But I've had at least 1 or 2 people where it was Didn't hear anything. So it makes it hard for me to want to invite you back on. So if you want to come on, that's great. Let's go for it. But if you can't be respectful, at least give me 24 hours, at least an hour before the show, then your ability to come on again starts dropping. And that's because it's
That makes
very
sense.
disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Yeah,
Right.
I've done similar with my channel, Dara, so don't even feel bad about it because I know a lot of people have that kind of like rule set.
Oh, what? Well, I thought it was a cool idea. Oh, he's talking about the 3D.
Yeah, I was going to address that when you were done, but
You're good.
I really like that idea because I know how I can do the LED lights and stuff, but I don't have a 3D printer, and I'm actually, if you don't mind me saying this real quick,
Go for it.
at 500, at 500 followers, I'm doing a very big giveaway, probably my biggest giveaway I've done yet.
I think
And
offering. I think he might be offering, so you might win it.
what was that?
I said I think he might be offering, or not. I don't know. He
No,
works.
I'm not over 500. I'm
No. I'm talking. Steve might, but Steve actually does laser engraving. So I don't know if he was hinting at offering the 3D printing or not. I don't know. That's up to you, Steve. I'm not going to do that for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to me on X. That's the best place to find me, actually.
There's this
Forgot to
Amish.
mention that.
There's also Amish too.
Yeah, I saw Amish's work. He does good work. I was thinking about once I get that. See, the problem is that 99% of the time, this is a green screen.
Mhm.
So if I got something like that, I couldn't really display it unless I took a picture and threw it on the green screen.
I get why people do green screen stuff. Like my background is not that attractive, right? You see paper on the wall, whatever. But the point of the matter is, though, for me, it's like I don't have a green screen. I don't have that kind of money. But I think your wall looks fine.
So it's not even that. It's I can't. So like,
That's a nice brick wall you have there.
yeah. But what sucks is I did have a backdrop when I had my setup over there
Uh-huh.
because I actually had plaster walls. So give me 1 second.
Okay. And I'm in the UK. Remember? Oh yeah, he's in the UK. Look at him. He's wearing shorts. Thank goodness.
Oh, of course I am.
You
We go through a lot of my apartment in 1 second. Ready?
Oh. Ooh, oh, nice wall. That's a nice wall. Ooh, look. A
So,
fan.
like
a
I
treadmill.
had a lot of posters and stuff
Mhm.
planning for like a backdrop. There wasn't enough space. So
Yeah.
and I needed to get it in shape other than round. So I went ahead and got a treadmill, and that took place of where my desk was. I moved everything over by the front door, so in case anybody tries to break in, I can just pew pew.
Right.
Turn this back off.
No, but I think there's a thing to say of like natural backs. I know people put like little figurines, whatever. I just have colorful post-it notes. I'm really that basic. Like even with my thumbnails, I'm pretty basic. But I do try to some degree try to fine tune those because but I'm trying to keep it simple, basic, just fine tuning it because a lot of content creators they do a lot of different things to try to make it busy and attractive and stuff. I'm just like the show is the show is about having a conversation with other people. I mean, come and see this person. Come, I don't know how to make it any more attractive. I'm not a genius at this, but I do think at least they're a little better than when I first started out, which is a lot different. Hope there's Sonic posters. There you go.
I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but majority of those posters came from Walmart, and
Ooh.
the Punch Out, Super Mario, and Final Fantasy VII one. Actually, I got at a gaming convention where somebody was selling these posters.
No, keep it simple. Keep frugal as yes. I have to be frugal.
Absolutely.
I have to be frugal, but keep it simple. Like it doesn't need to be 1,000 things. But I mean, well, I don't know if I have 1,000 post-it notes, but it doesn't have to be 1,000 things. It's just keep the look clean, put some color in there, boom, done.
Also, the green screen is not really because I don't have a backdrop. It's more because I believe in minimizing the real estate that I use when when I'm live streaming a video game. People want to see that game. I'm just there to try and promote myself in the little tiny corner.
Yeah, and your little corner, like in the Punch Out.
Hey,
You don't want
one
to know
man,
about.
don't feel bad, one man, because there's a reason I aimed high and only showed you the walls.
Yeah. Same here. Like,
Are everywhere.
because if I were to show you over here, it'd be a mess. So yeah, I'm not showing
Question for you, Dara: would it be Asmongold level mess, or is it Moist Critical? I forget which, but
I'm gonna. Well, part of it is because I have a lot of I do my rock tumbling stuff. There's some over there.
okay, yeah. So
And I have a dresser over there for my clothing and for my stuff I keep from a rock tumbling. So yeah, I'd say it's not as bad as Asmongold, but it'd probably be 1/4 Asmongold.
I would say because of the rock tumbling and stuff, you at least your mess is productive mess.
Yeah, but if I were to, because I have a closet full of things that are just in there, that've just been kept in there for a while. I have I don't even want to show you my mess.
Well,
Because
we're just joking around. We don't gotta out each other. For me,
but I mean, when I get to do stuff like this, right? When I get to go
that's cool.
this is goldstone, right? This is a man-made semi-precious stone. This is this is like glass and copper oxide, I think it is. But I was trying to look for a raw piece for ages because usually you just get them smoothed out, right? Maybe one day I will tumble it, but for right now it's pure rawness. And yeah, so part of it is this right here. There's a wicker basket full of stuff like this. No, that will not all. This is the only piece I have of goldstone. But then there's also, I have a small bag of plastic bags all together. I also have a container that when my tumbling is done, I drain my grit into because you're not supposed to pour that down the drain.
Yeah.
So I pour that into the bucket. I have food stuff because I don't own the place I live in. I rent the room out.
Oh, you don't got to wish for that. We all rent this economy.
Well, they all want us to rent. I'm just a hermit most of the time. Yeah, I guess I could say I'm a hermit, but at least I go outside. I walk. I try to do like after I'm done here. Yes, rock tumbling, like smoothing rocks and yes, it's called a tumbler for a reason.
Dara, I'll be right back.
It's called tumbling for a reason. Oh, Steve, I love you, Steve. You will own nothing. Okay, so there was a short I did a while back, and this was with Pudge, Uncle Pudge. I've had Uncle Pudge on twice, once for single. He's, DPadChad's out, so I'm going to put him on behind. And then another for a pay it forward stream. So one of the shorts was from this first stream, and it was about, you know what, I'm just going to bring it up. No, not that. I'm going to bring it up. Bring up the short. Where was it? Uncle Pudge. Here. It wasn't. I could probably go back and redo this stream and do it better, but I saw a 3D printer project to make. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so here's maybe a hoarder as well. I'm not a hoarder. Dear Lord, my parents are worse. My parents are worse. All right, but anyway, here's the video. Okay, I gotta make sure that it's showing. Okay, here's the video. So this is the video I did. So this is part of a stream I did with the first stream I did with Uncle Pudge a while back. But this is about that. This where is it? This part right here. So I'm just gonna show you. It's not too long, but here. Let's play it.
I think it's muted.
Oh, it is? Hold on. Oh, that's right. I gotta share the whole screen. Sorry, I apologize. So I gotta because there's the middle section of sharing the screen. You share a window, and that doesn't show anything. So I've got to share the screen. So you're gonna see the behind the scenes, guys. This is what the behind the scenes looks like that. Boom, done. So this is gonna be a little trippy. No, leave me alone. All right, now we're gonna go here, so you can see this, right? The screen.
Yep.
Okay. All right, playing it now.
A line of "You own nothing and we'll be happy." Now,
Yeah.
I understand the the thinking behind that part, but I just want to take off the last part, the you will be happy, whatever. I just want to focus on the you own nothing part. For as long as I've heard people say that, I've always been sort of thinking about what do they mean by will own nothing? Well, then I go back and I think about, well, because our lifespans are so short and we can't really take anything with us, wouldn't that line make sense because we don't really own anything? We're just borrowing it until the end of it, or we pass it on or whatever, depending on CDs or whatever, just depending on what one passes on. I've always I don't agree with its use in say what the WEF wants, but when you stop and think about you own nothing, and then think about, well, I can't take anything with me when I go.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me get out of this. I gotta stop the sharing the thing. Oh wait, no, it stopped sharing it. Oh, that's right, because the exit out of cache, dang. Better get to some of that. Okay, what do you say? People should get old washing machines and use that. Goodness gracious. Do you have a huge collection of D?
Oh,
goodness.
I will neither confirm nor deny the 4 N64s at my parents' place and the 3 SNESs.
Well,
Look, I was trying to start a company and it didn't work out.
Okay. Well, go to sleep, Steve. Come on. You're like, it's what, like 1 a.m. there already? But anyway,
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Get some rest because you don't want to end up like me.
Oh, goodness. But you were going to say something. What were we going to say?
With the whole you will own nothing thing, that's not true. Even after death, we will own one thing.
Right.
Our legacy. What we leave behind, be it family, be it, last will and testament, I leave this to, that is the legacy that we leave behind for I would assume our family.
Right.
The people that remember us, that are our survivors, they will be what we get to keep. Because they will keep us. And I know that sounds all like,
Mushy.
Yeah. But, well, I'm your guest, so deal with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's I can 1:30 sleep is about. Get some rest, dear gosh, man. Get some sleep, you silly man.
Unless you're a third shifter, then stay up till keep your sleep schedule.
No, I get that, but my point is, how long? Look, none of us are Abraham, right? We didn't get the promise. My point is you've already seen what happens when they built those statues of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, or the plaques they take off, or that stuff didn't last. It lasted for a good while, but then society at that point in time decided to take it down. How long is your legacy going to last? That's the key. Because right now, sooner or later, somewhere down the line, someone's going to not suicide, whatever, but they're not going to have kids to produce ever after. And so then your line ends, and then your legacy ends with that line.
Well, see, here's the thing. We're all descendant, and this is just personal belief, but we're all descendant from the first tribe.
Right.
And that means that even if I am yeeted off this mortal coil without a family, which is increasingly looking like may be the case, we still have the fact that, genetically speaking, our legacy will be eternal until all of humanity is gone. See, that's why I think people kind of like, well, your family is gone. It's like, okay, but, somewhere down the line, I'm related to somebody in Germany, or actually it would be Scotland. You got a castle there. I got to walk through this sometime. Obviously, I'm not like own the castle. It's probably owned by the government there in Scotland, but
probably.
My uncle, before he was he was doing research in our lineage and found out that apparently Scottish lord or something
Oh, hey, you like that castle, do ya?
I
Well, you better
like.
go get it. Go
But
get your
anyway.
castle back.
What are you doing in my castle? But yeah, so that's the thing is like we're all related in some arbitrary genetic step if you go back far enough. And I don't mean that like all related, like not Alabama related,
And you can say the word. It's okay.
Well, some people believe that Adam and Eve were the very first humans, and they don't realize that it was Adam, Eve, and an entire tribe was created by God. But anyway, what I'm saying is like we're all related from that first tribe down. So like, yeah, you might be like, well, not everybody in that first tribe was related. Okay, well, who made them? God. So we're all made in God's image, whether you like it or not. Get over it, because I'm Christian.
Right.
But anyway, all that being said, I'm just like to say that you will own nothing. I think is too narrow-minded. Like we own the deeds we did when we were alive. We own the memories we imprinted on people. We own our screw ups. Well, maybe not. Some of us should and don't, but
someone's pointing fingers now. No, but this one is a bit of perspective from one main cast. Is legacies mainly last in consequences, which is a very weird way to. It's a sort of a broader scope to think of that, because then that says that it almost feels like it's saying legacies are more of an accident than an actuality, or more accident than on purpose, sort of thing, or not intent. I can't. I'm trying to describe it the best possible.
So there was a interesting way legacies was described to me, and that was a legacy is when you throw a rock into the water and then walk away before seeing the ripple.
Yeah.
You don't know how big or small that ripple will be as soon as you chuck that rock into the air, but you do know it will leave a ripple. You just don't know who it will affect. Will that ripple go all the way to Japan and you cause the next tsunami? Or will you just affect the kid that's on the beach that got to see a neat ripple for the first time? I don't know. But it will leave an imprint somewhere, some way, somehow.
Right.
But we won't be around to really see it.
That goes along with the saying, old men.
The tree. Yep.
Yeah. So I can't remember. It's
wise men plant trees that they'll never see. They'll never.
They'll never sit under. Yeah. They'll plant trees. What is it? Highway to Heaven. Never heard
I've
of that.
not heard of that. So
I've not heard of that show either. No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Sorry, my typing's up. Don't worry. It's not a race. Don't worry about it. I just saw on the material aspect of things, because you've had kingdoms rise and fall over time, and they didn't keep their physical aspect.
but see, I think that I agree with you, but I think that the difference here is that
catalyst of casuality.
they want to take your stuff while you're still alive.
No, that's why I said I didn't agree with the WDF faction. I didn't agree with that. Now, when I say legacies exist in consequences, I'm talking about a catalyst of causality.
Basically, the ripple example I gave.
Oh, okay. See, now you gave a better, because when you say catalyst of causality, I'm like, is this like 3D sort of quantum physics?
Remember this one, man. A smart man will be able to talk around people. A wise man will be able to talk to people.
And I'm still trying to figure out which one I am. But anyway,
I'm a wise ass.
Hey! You know when you can call yourself out like that, you're getting to be a wise man already. Well, still. Oh, he says another example is that we all remember Genghis Khan. I don't know about that. I don't remember Genghis Khan.
You're probably related to him, so.
That's true. We could be brothers, just very, very distant. And that's another funny feature. It's like there, as how far does it have to go before it's no longer? How far down the line does it have to go before it's not incest anymore? Well, you
No.
have to go a few hundred. You have to go a few more centuries.
How far
So-
down do I got to go before I stop hearing banjos?
Ding. Nah, it's just my brain being autistic. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
You're good,
about it.
man. You're good
Yeah,
for sure.
we sometimes like the technical aspect. I know I do sometimes. It's just when I don't understand, because that's where the idiom of wise men or old men will plant trees that they'll never sit under, sort of thing. That's where you have stuff like, hey, Frog, how are you, good sir? But you have stuff like that that kind of, and see, that's the things right there. That reminds me of B for Vendetta.
Oh yeah, that's a good
You
movie.
remember it is, but you remember that line he said about you can kill a man,
But you can't kill an idea.
and that gets reinforced in the movie Inception, where he implants the idea into his wife's head to get out of the dream world, right? So you have this thing where an idea can be immortal because, you know, if it's able to be easily accepted, right? Our sayings, idioms, right? Easily acceptable. The tortoise stories of the tortoise and the hare, the Goldilocks, all these stories and idioms and stuff that those things last because there's something and there's a kernel of truth in them that lasts beyond us. And the funny thing is, though, is that you'll never know who the originator was, but you'll know it'll keep going because there's a truth to it. Now, can you create something like that that'll last forever? Don't know, but you know, it's more of like our term of a meme, except memes do die. So stories are still a big thing. Same. Do the same thing right there. So you can be alive while leaving the. I mean, you could. You could be old and have like great grandchildren and great grandchildren and so on and so forth. But you just recently had James Earl Jones pass away.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. He was great. He was an amazing actor.
Yeah, of course. Then you had the voice of Splinter pass away as well from the original TMT. And so many others. And I get why people are like, please don't make 2024 anymore than this. I'm sorry to tell you, kids, that's a part of life.
Yeah.
And celebrities do die.
Nobody gets out of life alive.
They get in alive, but they don't get out alive. Yes. But I mean, that just should be more of a push for you to say, I need to celebrate life today because James Earl Jones is going to be you one day. Well, not to the age, but your grandparents, your great grandparents, people who knew as friends or other family members. I hit it this way. So when someone passes, I usually go to George Harrison's song, All Things Must Pass. Because they do.
Yeah.
All things must pass, all things must pass away. It's a very somber song, but it's very lovely. I like the anthology version that was done when he was still with the Beatles. And you just listen to it, and it's just a slide guitar and maybe like a little hint of a not a piano, but a like electric piano or something like that, or an organ piano. Somber, beautiful, sweet. Yet is a stark reminder that all things must pass. It's the guarantee that beats out any other truth that you will eventually die. We can go around trying to figure out what's the real truth. What is the real truth? What is the real truth? Well, the real truth is that the one truth that we all know that's true, that cannot be denied at any corner or at any destination, in any book or any way. We will die.
Now,
what is the strike? What about a great rock band like Striper? I don't know who Striper is. So
Striper's legacy will only last, their legacy will only last as long as they are remembered by their fans. And their fans will eventually die.
Be well, Steve. Be well. Get some sleep. Dear Lord, man. Get some sleep.
Yeah, get some rest, man.
One man cat says, true, but even our worst enemies have had a meme established long enough. Look at communism, communists. We still to this day have to fight them because, look, I'm going to tell you right now, you will never defeat communism.
No, communism. Here's the thing: communism, much like
Socialism.
communism, socialism, Marxism, they're all ideas.
Yeah.
You can't really kill an idea, and even if say you get rid of it, nobody remembers it. Everybody that was part of communism dies.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen when somebody wants somebody else's stuff? Well, I can give you a little bit of how that would go down, but
Change what? Taxes and change. Huh? Oh, that's right. Change is. That's the funny thing, right? The one thing that's constant is change, and
Yeah.
yet change is not always constant, but it is. It's a paradoxical word
yeah.
if you think about it, because change is always about. Yeah, it's that. You
But
think about that too much, yeah.
but as far as like death and life and all that, I mean, I kind of take solace in a Bible verse, Matthew 6 verse 34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has its own trouble.
Mhm.
This has been a not a conflict, a topic of discussion for millennia
Mhm.
regarding like, okay, well, what are we going to do tomorrow? Are we going to die? But the more you worry, the less you get done.
Yep.
Like, I can tell you right now, I might last 20 more years, maybe 30 if I'm lucky.
Oh, with that beautiful face, come on. You can get a little 10 out of 10.
Oh, my shitty kidney says otherwise, but
Oh, that's true.
I got one kidney that's kind of jacked up, and it kind of gives me insight on like what my future might hold. But I'm
Right.
not going to dwell on that because I live now. And if
Mhm.
I dwell on that, I'm not going to live now.
Mhm. Yeah. And then the one man guy says, kind of my point on the whole legacy thing. Yeah. I mean, a legacy is only as good as the people building the foundation, and a foundation can get torn down and trashed. Right? Just look at the America of today, right? It's we have a rule book, sure, but people in power will always look at the rule book and say, and just. And that's what makes it so difficult to point to a rule book and say, but the rule book. Evil
No,
does not care for rules.
ideas are only as powerful as those who are able to enforce them.
Well, that's hard to when you say, after someone's gone. I would think it's more of ideas are only as good as they're easily accepted, right? Because it's a psychological factor. Because
Yeah.
Marxism and socialism will still exist to some plane because it's a psychological factor.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is like you said, the rule book and
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is like the Constitution, Bill of Rights, all that stuff. It's bullshit, and I don't mean like bullshit like it's a bad thing. What I mean is that those ideas and pretty much any idea is only as good as you're able to enforce it. And
Yeah.
what I mean is the Second Amendment,
Yeah.
but not just the Second Amendment, not just like physically forced, but mentally forced. Like I can coerce you into being a Christian, but I don't have to like hold a gun to your head. I can just talk to you and be like, "Hey,
Mm.
Jesus was the truth, the way, and nobody gets to the Father but through Him."
Mm.
Some people will respond to that, and that ideology now, that legacy, continues to flourish.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. One man cat says, "Death tax and change is just a quote I like using because sometimes it's catchy." It is because it's
That's
true.
a good one.
I don't know about taxes. Taxes is an iffy thing, but death and change I really would think is the big ones. And then he says, considering my horrible diet, look, it's all a mindset. I had to be reminded today. I had some lady came into our work, and there's a business. They're trying to make a business where they sell. They make healthier foods on a sort of fast food scale because they got tired of not seeing it out there and
That's a
trying to do
good business idea.
Yeah, but it's still getting its legs. It's still not there yet. But they do have some business growing. But the point of the matter is that health and diet are a mindset. And I got reminded by her. It's like, if you stress over the stuff, it's just going to bring cortisol and all that. So you kind of want to build it in a way that you'll crave the good foods rather than bad ones. But you've got to start somewhere. Small instances, and I got to keep reminding myself too, because at some point I was trying to, I'm only eating like one meal a day because I'm not really hungry. I don't feel hungry. I mean, I'll feel hungry, but I don't feel hungry, stomach wise. And there's that. And Dashboard says it will only last until people stop believing it. True.
Yeah.
That's what's just about anything in this world. That people, it will only last until people, like, you can see the turnaround of, you believe someone was great and good throughout their whole life, and then you get to the funeral and then you hear all these horrible stories like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Now there's two ways that can go, right? The cognitive dissonant way is where you keep believing what has been, or you take the new information, or you believe the new information without even researching whatever, and you start believing that new stuff. So in a way, you're not wrong. But it's not fully, it can't be fully true either. Well, memes are often established by the times we live in. As times change and perceptions change, then our understanding of those legacies will be different than the context of which the OG was made. True, very true. And you've seen some memes not be mentioned anymore, right?
Yeah.
The Brian ones, or the baby holding the fist sort of thing, or whatever. Those aren't even used anymore.
Yep.
But again,
Remember memes had the like pinwheel color.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
the templates have changed even.
Yeah, but again, I go back to that scene in V for Vendetta where he says, "You can kill the man, but not the idea," and the idea is well accepted enough, like Marxism, like socialism, like freedom of speech, like defending yourself. All those ideas, they will last long beyond the people who created or are brought to form them in the physical manner. Now, you could say that sometime far in the future that someone would bring up an idea and that awashes that idea. However, as long as there's still people to believe in that part of, it will still remain. The idea will still carry on. That's the power of the idea, is that it doesn't die. It just looks for a new host to accept, because we're not, we're human beings. There's too much information flying around out there that we can only take in so much. Our bandwidth can only go so far, and then we're mentally exhausted.
And real quick, I want to mention this before people get the wrong idea. I don't really talk politics on my channel. It's just gaming and comedy.
This isn't politics, though. This is
No. I didn't
Yeah.
mention that, but I know we've gotten into and theology if people bring it up. But
Yeah. No, I haven't had that issue. It's more of the prismatic look of life, right? I'd rather say prismatic than rather say the scope of life, because everyone says it. Remember, seed oils were allegedly healthy. Yeah, that's true. That's why I use olive oil and avocado oil for cooking.
Yep.
I bought
So
a.
I want to say avocado might have hints of estrogen, maybe.
Depends, probably, but it's better at higher heats.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Like, it's definitely better than that seed oil.
Yeah, and olive oil too is good. I bought like a sort of discounted steak because it was probably close to whatever, and I cooked in olive oil. I did a few spices on there, but I'm trying to do. It's still too expensive.
Yeah.
Probably today was probably the biggest grocery bill I spent, and only the bottom of my cart. I only had like one layer, and that covered the floor, bottom of my cart. Not the bottom of my cart, but the bottom of the top end. $90. But I bought stuff like I do drink soda still, but I do like healthier.
Oh, we just got those here in Ohio actually recently.
Yeah, the wild berry. Yeah, the wild berries. Oh, it's delicious. It's sweet. But I try to drink these more than regular soda because these are a lot healthier. They're prebiotic sodas. There's also another one called fruit evolution or something like that. Then also I've been doing stuff like there's an app I use. It's called Yuka, Yuka, and so I use that during when I go to the store and I check stuff. And
I got a thing that checks for bugs.
bugs like bugs or
Yeah, well, and the app checks for you scan the barcode and it checks to see if there's like any bug products in the ingredients.
I just have something like that, but that's more of like the health factor.
Yeah, I totally don't drink pop or anything. This is
Oh.
dirty water.
Oh yeah. Oh, dirty water. Oh sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. I try to. I don't. I. I
I
mix.
try to avoid soda and energy drinks these days, but every now and again I'll grab them.
Yeah, I do. Me same, but I'm trying to get away from doing the bad soda. I'm trying to do the more the. I'm a mix of things. I do politics, IRL. I've even run for office. Well, did you win or?
Well, he's here, so
Oh no, then never mind. But I I'll answer that part of that later. And stuff like almond milk. Yeah, almond milk. How can you make milk from a nut? Ask a woman. Anyway.
I will say the process takes about 9 months.
No. There's other ways. But anyway, well played. However, the soda I drink is a horror story. Well, I know there are people who drink Mountain Dew like it's water, and that's not good.
I went to high school with some guys that would like I was addicted to Dr. Pepper.
You were addicted to a doctor? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so was my wife.
Oh,
No,
so
so basically I got to see the effects of like Dr. Pepper was bad, but it wasn't as bad as Mountain Dew. And I had friends that would just knock back a 12, 20, or a 24 pack the span of like 10 hours. Like they would drink more than I ever could. And
hold on a second. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out why it's not going up to the top anymore. Oh, probably because we're not down at the bottom of the window. But no, that sucks. We're like, are you allowed to say what state you're in or no?
Well, he's in the UK, isn't he? So it's not different.
No, he says primaries, so I don't think they have primaries. Yeah. I don't think they call it primaries in the UK.
I thought they did.
Well, if you want to say one man cast, that's fine. But I leave that. Yeah, I see you chugging it down like some smoothness. But yeah, I'm trying to switch over to small stuff. Like I've been, I've gotten, I take like fiber pills because I have a cholesterol issue, so I take fiber pills. And fiber pills, they were actually fiber pills. They do make those. Oh, Oregon. Oh dear Lord, dude, you are.
Hard mode.
Yeah, that's like Portland. Portland is like the Black Plague on that area over there. So
well, I think the problem also is Portland kind of dictates the entire state, if I remember right. Like it's such a large population that
dictates.
If you don't win Oregon, you don't win.
Yeah.
Or if you don't win Portland, you don't win.
I was about to say, for 20, gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial election.
What does that mean?
It was the prior. It's like the primary kind of thing.
House Rep in the 6th district. Okay.
So yeah, he was going for House Rep.
For 2024? Oh wow. Oh, he was going House Representative 6th district for 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, man. Unless you're
he
liberal, then.
Oh, I don't know if he's still going. What's funny is that's actually where I get most of my votes as a Republican, and Chad nailed it. Oh wow! See, there you go. Portland is the. That's why I invite Chad on here. It's not because of the looks. It's not because of the smartness he has. It's more for. Well, actually, no, it was for the smartness. Anyway,
wait a minute.
I almost confused myself. I remember the time I was. Wait, what was I doing again?
All right, Joe, calm down.
for Oregon governor. Wow, dude, that's a big jump. I mean, hats off to you. Hold on, what? Okay, defund the police.
All right.
Oh,
What am I
okay.
holding on? All right, I'm holding on.
Oh, hold on, goodness sake. I will say this. Oh, he lost. Okay, so he's saying 2022 for Oregon governor, 2024 for Rep 6. Okay, and he lost both primaries, so he's not
Yeah.
in it anymore. So he was. I will say this. While I know it's a big part, I don't care. For too long, Americans, no matter the decade, have allowed their government to grow to the point as of now, and we are at the threshold where we can do something about it. Now, do I think, oh, he's going to go for it in 26? Well, I wish you luck, good sir.
Good luck, man.
If anything at all,
You
I
might
would.
get it.
If anything at all, I would start looking at persuasion stuff. There's a book called Influence by Robert Cialdini. Might be a good read for you. And maybe pay attention to a gentleman called Scott Adams. That'd be also another one. But getting back to my point. So for as long as I can remember, I turned 18 when Obama was in office or going into office. And so, my parents are telling you, vote, just go vote, go vote, go vote. Now I'm at the point where I'm at the age and I'm like, why? Right? Like I've seriously I have told people that have been on here in the past, this will be my last year. Because after this point, I don't see a reason to anymore if people aren't willing to stand up and make a change in their government without having to come to the rule book, which can get bulldozed over by people in power or people we've given power to.
I think the problem is that, and back to V for Vendetta, actually.
Which is again, V for Vendetta. If no one knows, it's based off a comic I think that was done by DC, or was it?
It was, well. It's interesting with that because if I remember correctly, it was a third-party comic. It wasn't DC or Marvel. It was they did those Sandman comics. Crap.
And hold on,
Neil Gaiman.
No, not the. It's based off. It says DC. It is based on the 1988 to 89 DC Vertigo comics.
Vertigo, that's what I was thinking of.
Vertigo comics. Okay, so it was by Alan Moore, David Lloyd, and Tony Ware. Okay.
Yeah, it is a Vertigo comic, and DC bought them, so now everything's kind of. But anyway, and I'm thinking more of the movie because I didn't actually read the comic. I heard the comic's drastically different than the movie, but it follows the same vein. Anyway, when he says people shouldn't fear their government, the government should fear their people. Yeah. Here's the thing. Government does, but they don't want you to know they do. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to get the idea of stuff like revolution, civil war. People even say, oh, civil war would be nasty and ugly. And I'm like, and possibly necessary. That's the thing. And the thing is, what legacy are we leaving if we're all just a bunch of cowards that cower to a couple people that they say they dictate our life? Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm like, you know what? After this year.
That's true. It's like the Bug's Life, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So the moment that people wake up, and here's the thing: the reason the government is trying so hard to do things like rig elections, you see it in Michigan. You can't question the election results this year.
I heard that, yeah.
And don't think that they're not trying to do stuff like that in other states too. Ohio, you think those Haitians were dropped off here just because they were some poor lost souls? No, they're trying to stack the deck in Ohio, in Texas, in a lot of red states to throw things off. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, they realize just recently how bad this is going to get because, mark my words, people can only push so far. And what Darmouth's saying, like this is his last year voting. Well, let me tell you something. It might be the last year for all of us to vote, because if things go sideways and people see that there was some sus activity, like, oh, I don't know, boarding up the election poll place so that people can't see you counting. Yeah, people are going to get violent, and it's going to get ugly. And I honestly, I don't care.
It's gotten to the point over the years that our ancestors have allowed to, that our grandparents have allowed to, and you can't fully blame it on them because limited information, right? Especially,
Yeah.
So we got
Back
grandparents.
then, Ohio didn't know what Michigan was doing. Michigan didn't know what Oregon was doing.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we just took it on faith.
Yeah. So we are at a, and probably every year this has been said under any jurisdiction. The problem of it is we've come to the point where people are disillusioned by the system set up over 200 years ago. And the problem of it is like I said before, there's a rule book, and many people try to follow it, except the people who say, screw you and your rules. We're going to take you out, take you over, and beat you over the head with it. We're going to throw you in prison with those rules, but you won't touch us because we know you won't do anything. And that's the issue. No person, no side, I don't care what the political party is, it doesn't matter. Voting them in will not change that. Sorry.
The only way you can change it is if, and this problem, and I'm kind of Dara on this, because you couldn't get enough people voted in to change it unless it all happened at once.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. Well, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would have to vote people like Trump in, because Trump is running Republican. Let's be real. He's a populist. He's more of a third party than a Republican.
Yeah.
Because the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, it's like Animal Farm, if you've ever read that. I looked over at the people, I looked over at the pigs, and I saw no difference.
I feel like Shakespeare just visited us tonight. But anyway.
Well, yeah, by the way, highly recommend Animal Farm. I read it in high school, and to this day, it resonates with me.
Well, and going back to V from Vendetta, you remember the movie, right?
Yeah.
The reason why the whole shutdown and all that stuff, right? Of why they did it, similar to us in a way.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people were pointing that out. Like, wait a minute, I've seen this movie.
So how is it that based off a comic that went to movie, and of course Hugo Weaving, best actor, right? You had Hugo Weaving, Natalie Portman, and a few others, great actors. Stephen Fry
nailed it, dude.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving. The point of the matter is, though, is that a movie made way back, early 2000s, in a way, not even intentionally, prophesied that something like that was bound to happen. So it didn't happen exactly, so I'm not going to say it happened exactly like
yeah.
But there are similarities within it where, yes, there's not a chancellor. Things didn't change that drastically, but they did shut things down. Not yet. They did shut things down. So the point of the matter is, though, is that what was he saying? It was fear. Fear was what I can't remember what he was playing Mirkwood or something like that. He was doing that whole spiel in the museum. I just can't remember what he said exactly.
Yeah.
But you have that point where, oh, look at all these things built for all the kids that died. The government did that to them, though.
Ruby Ridge.
Ruby? Was it Ruby? Oh, that's right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was the FBI. But not as big as going in the movie sort of thing. It was a bunch of kids. It wasn't a family. It was kids in the school and water supplies and all that stuff. Yeah.
But Dara, that has happened.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Kids. You wanna know what it was? The COVID vaccine.
I know that's right.
They killed a bunch of kids worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And so after World War II,
mm-hmm.
when they rounded up the
POWs?
Nazi generals, and what did they do to them? They executed them. right? For crimes against humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell
Mm-hmm.
is these doctors that did stuff comparable to the fucking Nazis not been rounded up and at least put on litigation and possibly facing jail time? Our government should be or government, shoot, states. Let's put it this way. Why is Fauci not on death row?
Because
He
of the
did-
rules.
Well, see, that's the thing is he broke the rules.
It doesn't
And-
matter. There's a rule in state. It's called the civil servant, and he's a civil servant, and that has not been taken down. It was done during. I had to look it up. It was done during the Jimmy Carter era. And it
Oh
was for
God,
civil
that
servant.
explains it.
Yeah. The point of the matter, though, is that he also has been through a lot of different presidents, and he's built his credibility over the years. So he. The funny
I'm
thing was,
sure those generals did too.
the funny thing was, is that America hired the scientists out of that. The German scientist, Werner von Braun, right?
Yeah.
He had all the other scientists because it became a point of, because after the atomic bomb, they were trying to beat other countries and all stuff. Truth hurts, doesn't it? They said Patton died from an injection. Speculative. Oh, I don't know about that.
I lost track.
But yeah. Oh, and it's promotion time. But yeah, it's just by going off V for Vendetta alone, you it took one guy who had the tools and all this stuff,
Yep.
and to blow up Parliament, and maybe that's what the UKers will have to do.
I mean,
Turn
here's
out-
the thing. Look at the comparison to what Trump's been through.
Mm.
Assassination attempt, even.
Mhm.
There's a lot of when the system is trying to kill you,
Mhm.
you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because I wholeheartedly believe it was FBI, CIA. It was not just some lone kid that happened to get on a roof and happened to avoid all these people and happened to be lack of communication. There's too many coincidences for that to be the case. But what I'm kind of getting at is, even though the government is wholly corrupt, let's be real. I think Trump, if he gets in, might be able to do some good, but I think there's way too many. There's way too many problems for him to overcome, or people that are going to step in his way. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think a lot of people realize that if Trump doesn't win, and if there's shenanigans, and by the way, I don't mean people like me, you, conservatives. What I mean is Democrats, liberals, all the people that honestly don't really have a lot of weapons. They realize that if shit goes sideways, we're going to look for a new government. And it's going to get ugly.
It's gonna be The Walking Dead or The Road, one of the two.
It's going to be the Patriot.
It's gonna be what some would say is a bloodbath, an actual one this time.
Yeah, not
but
just
any-
talking financially.
Yes, but anyway, it is a bit past the top of the hour, and I think after we promote those, we'll go for a little while longer, and then we'll end the show. But go ahead and promote yourself first. Trump is the only first shot. I don't know what I mean by that. The only first shot, or is it the? Doubt it.
I'm not completely following. I think he means that Trump's only the beginning. Because
Oh.
people are waking up. So you got people like Trump, Vivek, JD Vance, people that are more populist than they are Republican.
Right. And the question is, will it be enough? And for right now, it doesn't seem so.
I think it'll be enough to start
Something.
the idea. And I think that if enough people get behind it, and you're looking at at post-Trump, Vivek, he seems very much on that bar, but he's not. I don't agree with all his policies, but he seems very much like a successor in that regard of the populism. But anyway, I am DPadChad. And I do let's plays, live streams. I will spare the voices for Dara this time. I'm sure there's enough voices in his head as it is.
Every day, Chad. Every day I hear you, it's like, come on, you can do it. Shut up, Chad. Shut up.
But I do a lot of comedy, a lot of joking around. I run a Discord for content creators to kind of meet, greet, possibly collab, that kind of stuff.
Same.
And yeah, that's why I don't get anybody because I'm because everybody does that.
Well, I do it with people who've been on, not every
I scout
creator.
people, so
What? You what?
scout.
Oh, you scout people?
I'm
Well,
not
yeah.
a glorious bastard. I don't scalp them.
Oh, yeah. Well, you scout them. Okay, all right. But I
Yeah, well, I need
usually-
something for up here, but anyway. So like I don't my it's kind of hard to describe because my Discord isn't necessarily public. Like I'll invite people privately because it's not like it's a fancy affair or anything. It's just we've had issues in the past where people were not so their intentions weren't altruistic in the joining. So we kind of closed that off.
Why do you think I do this show? No, I'm just joking.
He's recruiting.
You passed the test.
What was that? Do you want me to play Polybius now?
We'll get to our stuff first, then we'll go. Hey, UP, what's going on? Let's get.
I'm doing. Hey, Legend, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
But I run the Discord. The best place to contact me for initiation is on Twitter X, Twix.
I just say Twitter X.
Yeah. I want a Twix bar. Damn. Okay. Other than that, I'm technically on YouTube, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I check that once ever in a blue moon. So definitely, I'm hardcore on Rumble. Whenever I get comments, I usually respond to them next day.
I'm just letting all answer it once we're done promoting ourselves.
Okay. We're just promoting ourselves and doing the back and forth. And that's about all I got there.
And his links are in the description below. Even if he's on YouTube and doesn't check it, go subscribe to him there because honestly, content creators need to multi-platform themselves. It's no joke anymore. It's either you or the platform. And if you aren't multi-platforming yourself, it doesn't matter the platform. I'll be honest, you're an idiot. If you're not multi-platforming yourself, you're an idiot. If you can't afford to because of technical aspects, you're not an idiot. I understand. But if you have the ability to do so and to be on multiple platforms, but you're only on one platform, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree.
Understandable, but it's got more stuff that Rumble doesn't have right now, and it's still king of platform. So
It's more about getting the audience too. Like
yes, that's why I multi-stream because I get to show off pay it forward. I get to show off to the YouTube's at. I invite people on. I get to show them off the Rumble Studios. I get to show them off Rumble, all this stuff. Rumble still has its issues. Don't get me wrong. But, and there's that but, I get to show off Rumble's capabilities. And that's the more important part. Not exclude. I don't get paid other than the regular monetization stuff. I don't get any contracts or anything like that from Rumble. I don't get anything on the featured list. I haven't been featured at all. All I've had people on, followers or whatever, have all been through one connection after the other. And that's the important part. That's what matters because I'm telling you right now, we need to have we need to be able to sit down and have a conversation and talk about crap, whether it be politics or not. I don't give a rat's behind. Come on. Word of mouth. Yes. Come on. Blip blap. Come on, dude. Ask. Ask before you post links in my chat.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. When I've had people do that in the past, and I don't really state it out loud, but yeah, I permaban. I am quick with the permabans.
Usually, if I say it, he stops. But come on, dude. No more links unless you ask. So it shouldn't be that hard. But anyway, on to my thing. All right. So going to my stuff. Okay. So whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, because those are the only two places I stream to for now. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing, following, leaving a comment, one of it, all of it, it doesn't matter. The engagement factor helps out a lot because one, it helps me get seen, and two, it helps me have more people on. Because I'm telling you right now, Chad came from somewhere. Zio came from Chad. I think it was Zio was first, and then it was Chad. So
Blame my mother, Eddie.
Chad came from Zio, and I met Zio. So it's been a connecting with other people, and that's what I want to do with their chat. That's what I do with theirs Hangout Den, and that's what I'll be doing. Mostly, Rumble Squared is going to be for the Rumble side, but that will be multi-streamed. It won't be streamed just to Rumble because we need to show off the capabilities of Rumble. We need to show off the capabilities of Rumble Studios, but it also needs to get better so people want to use the product. And it's not there yet. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. But anyway, guys, like, share, follow, comment, any of it, all of it, really will help in the engagement factor. And also, if you want to see where else I'm at, or if you'd like to come on, there's a link down below. Twitter X, I have an email, I have Discord, mostly just for DMing. And you can go to one of those places if you want to come on, or ask to come on, or if you leave a comment in either YouTube or Rumble. And if you don't want to do that link stuff, you just leave a comment on YouTube, Rumble, and we can go from there. But then, guys, I need to help with the engagement, and my link is down below. All of it's appreciated. I would not be here doing this fun, silly thing if it were not for the people I've had on and for the people who've come to watch and liked and all that stuff. You guys make this silly little thing possible. Do other people do it? Probably sure. Don't know. I don't follow everyone. But I'll tell you what, I have had on over 100 different people within less than a year's period of time. So it shows me there's a need for something. That there's energy there that I can just, let's go for it. Rumble Squared, that's right. That's what it's going to, so that's what it's going to look like, but it's not exactly what it's going to look like. But that's what it's going to be. And all that stuff. So mostly audio. Please no links. Just give them a 5-minute warning, Lost Tales. If anyone does that without asking, it's 5 minutes. Hey, Squall Rush. I've had Squall Rush on. This dude right here, he streams to 9 to 10 different platforms. Ain't that right, Squall Rush? Ain't that right? I give him a 10-year warning. Don't be like that. Listen, it's 5 minutes. Give him 5 minutes for the first time. All right? Jeez. I give you power and you all want to destroy it. Oh, thank you, Dash. I hope to see you tomorrow because tomorrow's the Pay It Forward stream. But yeah, we're gonna continue for at least a few more minutes and then we'll start closing out. My bad. I get it. Just remind yourself. Ask first. If you ask first, I'm more than willing to, as long as it doesn't lead anywhere not supposed to. I'm more than willing to say yes, but you must ask first.
I'm the same way on my channel. If people come and chat, I'm like, ask first or eat.
See, look, he says he's dang near 9-ish platforms. The dude is insane.
Let me see if I can name. I want to see if I can name 9. Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Fruit Labs, D Live. I think Vimeo. I think they're still around. I'm not sure actually.
That's 6.
Daily Motion might be around. I think they might shut down, but
who knows? But Kick, can't forget Kick. There's also Odyssey. I don't know if they live stream.
Yeah, Odyssey.
I don't know if they
holy moly! Daily Motion's still around. Okay.
Yeah, not on Streamlabs or Vimeo. Okay, so he's not on Streamlabs or Vimeo. So you have 2 you can't name.
I kind of forgot about Streamlabs.
Hey, Squall Rush. Name the ones you are on. So at least we
Yeah,
have
I'm
an
I'm
idea.
legit curious now.
Yeah. Because he's curious. Yeah. So at least we can get an idea. Because Odyssey still live streams. Okay, so Odyssey still live streams. Yeah, I figured they did. Had or has? It has live stream or had live
Odyssey
stream?
still has live stream.
Okay. A little confusing. Has. He said has is like the last one, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about BitChute though, but
Oh,
yeah.
BitChute. Yeah, I got my fair warning. If you're on BitChute, you might
Yeah.
want to check your library to see if it's still there.
Why? What happened?
There's a reason I'm on Rumble and not BitChute. I was on BitChute first, and then I went back to get one of my channels or videos pulled
Yeah.
because I wanted to do some editing. So I wanted to download it. Well, you know how they said, oh, your videos are saved, so you can download them. Except you can't. It's a seeding service, so that if nobody else has downloaded it, you can't get it.
Wow.
They didn't mention that part.
So it's
And
basically
then I went to watch one of my videos from way back. I'm talking like maybe 6 to 8 months prior to this instance. Not right now, but like the instance I'm talking about. And it was like, this video does not exist. So the link was there, the imaging was there, but when you clicked on it, it wouldn't play. So it progressively was deleting my old stuff without telling me. And given the where they were at, I think it wasn't nefarious. It wasn't like YouTube where they just like eat your stuff and don't give you a reason. It was, I don't think they had the servers. They didn't have the space. So they had to figure out what they can do to keep going. And the solution, probably short term, because they might have fixed this all by now. Okay, cool. Your video's still there. Cool. But at that time, I think they were light on servers because this was really early on in BitChute's lifespan. I think that they were having to delete stuff as new stuff was coming on. And it might have even been an automated process that they weren't aware of. I don't know. But it was enough for me to go, I'm good.
Well, here's Squall's places.
Okay, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Nemo. I haven't heard of that. Provo, I have heard of. I didn't even think about Instagram. Beam.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
1, 2,
And
3, 4,
obviously-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So almost 10 since he's talked about attached, but it's 9. Have you heard of the Beam streaming right now? It costs $4 a month to live stream there. What? It costs? Is it? Oh, it's a streaming service. Okay, so Beam is streaming. Look, I use Rumble Studios because the only thing I've paid for is part of the Pro plan, and that was the watermark. There's other stuff that comes with it, but I use Rumble Studios free right off the bat. There's still a lot of things they haven't attached to it, like the 8 days in the future or something like that. Because if you're a Pro plan, the point of the matter is that until other streaming places like StreamYards, whatever, allows you to stream to places that are 6 to 7 different places for free, why would I move there?
Yeah.
I got to pay to do more than that. I already pay $10 a month for what I'm getting for the Rumble is a lot better than paying $30 to $40. I'm not making that money. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to. He's saying Beam is a streaming platform that offers multi-streaming. You can either pay $3 for that or he has finished. But yeah, go ahead. You can have
I wanted to finish that in the wrongest way possible.
you can have an ad at the beginning of your stream to multi-stream for free. See, and that's the issue. I don't have that issue with Rumble Studios. I don't have to have an ad before, and I don't have to pay to stream from it. I don't see that anywhere else. So it's going to be hard to convince me to go away. The only thing that doesn't help is that they don't have certain things like the higher streaming performance or some other features. But at the end of the day,
I think those will come eventually for sure.
I have a link that I want to test on BitChute. You'd have to be on BitChute, wouldn't you? but I won't if you guys say no.
Oh no, he wants to test the link, like posting it, because I know what he's getting at, because Facebook and Twitch or Twitter
Hmm.
were, and I do mean Twitter because this was before it became X, was blocking BitChute links, but not for the nefarious reason people assumed. It was
Mm.
literally BITCH U2E.
Mm.
So
Like a
it was
slash.
blocking a word,
Oh.
and yeah, so I get what he's saying, but
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. Go ahead.
you want let it rip, dude, and see if
Let
it
it
gets
rip.
blocked. I guess.
Okay, so UB says, I got a question. Rumble Premium offer a lot. I wonder, will Rumble do some? For right now, it's not split. The amount that's paid is not split like YouTube is. Rumble Mario said they'll try to increase a bit the CPM or whatever it is, but it's not going to be like the YouTube Premium because not everyone's going to have Rumble Premium. So, yeah.
Also, keep in mind that you got to balance that with advertisers,
Yeah.
in the sense that the CPM is only going to be as strong as how many advertisers they get. And if, keyword everybody, and people don't like this part that I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it.
Mhm.
If you're blocking ads on Rumble, you're not really hurting Rumble per se. You're hurting the content creator, because the CPM is only paid out to content creators if those ads are filled. And filled means that they're actually played. So if they're never played, content creator never gets paid.
Is it does it still count if it's skipped though?
If it's skipped, I believe so. I'm not for sure on that, but
I'm saying I used to stream my vertical streams to IG and YouTube. I tried out vertical streams to YouTube and IG. Well, I use Rumble Studio to stream everywhere for free as well as the normal way. Oh, okay. So I'm actually streaming to YouTube twice. That's interesting. There was someone trying to stream to. So there was someone who was using Rumble Studio to stream out, but they were also streaming to Rumble through OBS. And I was like, wait, why would you do that? That sounds weird. I can't remember who it was though. But someone I had on or whatever was streaming to you Rumble from Rumble Studios and then doing it from OBS. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. How does that work?
that sounds backwards. Like you would go to OBS, then ingress into Rumble.
Or just use a virtual cam, whichever. But yeah.
Yeah.
As
No
far as
problem at all.
as far as I know, UP it's gonna be sometime towards the fallish end of the year, maybe, but we don't know. Again, there's a lot of things they say, and that's where we'd like to have the progress bar you were saying, right? Like, this stuff. I don't know. Most people do that. At the end of the day, though, again, in November, I'll be starting up the Rumble Squared. It will have 7 people. It will be around 2-ish hours, although it can go over. But it'll be trying to take things in a more positive, moving, constructive criticism sort of stuff forward. Whether or not anyone from Rumble visits my chat, it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is that I'm bringing people on from any of the platforms, right? Whether you've been a guest, whether you've not been a guest but used Rumble, or whether you're interested in using Rumble but not sure, that's what the door is going to be open for. And it's just going to be 7 people per time. That's including me. It's not going to be 7 plus. It's going to be 7 including me. And it's going to be a trial run thing, trial and error thing. But I tell you what, dear head Rick, before I know it, I don't know, man. I don't know. I made a jokingly bet with Putinbot about trying to have on Chris before him, but we'll see. I don't think it will though. But
I think you might have better luck with Mario or Rick. But I know Mario's busy.
they're all busy, and I don't.
Yeah.
The one person I did have on that I didn't know or I didn't pay attention was Miss Vivian, and she's a lovely lady. She works for the locals end, but I didn't have her on because she worked for locals. I had her on because just another person to try to have on.
Yeah.
It's just, and she's lovely, too. So it's fine for now. Oh, so you can download vids from BitChute too. So might have been that what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it was more of the framework wasn't there. Never trying to push it. It's good that they got that all sorted.
I also UB Legend. I will tell you this. Miss Vivian told me that Chris Pavlovsky is busy as a bee. And so to get any of them would be a miracle in itself. But the only person I ever saw have Rick on was Uncle Punch. So I think those days are kind of over because they're trying to get stuff done. And I'm pretty sure they're being pushed by people to get stuff done. So who knows? It can happen in the future. I won't doubt it. But for right now, I'm just getting many different people on. It doesn't matter if they work for Rumble or not. And I told Miss Vivian this, like, if whether they're locals of Rumble, they're welcome to come on if they'd like, and not because they work there, because they'd like to get their perspective. Oh, Lumpyhead Chris, yeah, Lumpyhead Chris, of course, but you didn't have Rick. That's the difference. One had Chris, one had Rick. On before it. Yes, I do remember that.
You know, I gotta say, it sounds like you guys are talking about trading cards. Yeah, I got Chris, but I need to get Rick.
I did ask. I will admit I did ask, but again, they're busy people. Whether or not they do doesn't matter. I mean, it would be nice, but they're still people at the end.
I'll trade you 2 Chris's for 1 Mario.
Oh goodness! Now I got 1 Luigi. You get 1 Luigi.
Oh, you know, that might be a good revenue stream though. Make playing cards of all the stuff. I got 1 Chris for you.
Yeah, Lost Tales. He did ask. He does have permission. Don't worry. All right. Do not worry. He has my permission.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not a trading card thing. It's not any of that. It's just Chris Pavlovsky's a person. He's a CEO, sure. But why not just have him on for a conversation? I know people say, oh, it's an interview. It's an interview. It's an interview. Look, you just saw us talk 2.5 hours about whatever we wanted, about whatever came our way. It's not. Chad has asked me questions during this. So is it really an interview still? I just
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers are brief. It's going to be brief for this boxer in a second. Flawed used to be on here. He was good. Yeah. Don't know. Flawed is his own man. He is on multiple places. He was on YouTube before. He's on Twitch now, I think. He multi-platforms himself. If he's not in Rumble anymore, don't know why. It could be...
He has his reasons.
He was on the Rumble raid with Chris Pavlovsky, which inspired me to do my pay it forward stuff. So stuff has happened within a year's time. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'll still be asking more people on and having returning people like Chad here. Of course, it was supposed to be Miss Yarny, but she had a pet just recently die, so it's kind of a sad time there. But hopefully one day she'll be back. Hopefully next month I can get her back on and we can go from there. But anyway, guys, it has come to the end. 2 things to do. One is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is the Pay It Forward, but at 8 p.m. And this is my calendar that's been finished. So this is the calendar of the rest of the month. The tomorrow and the 13th at 8 p.m. Electro will be on. Electro Orbox.
You're having Zeke on. He visits my channel a lot.
What?
Ezekiel?
Yeah, I got him on because he's another V Rumbler, but
Yep.
I didn't think it would. Mel Hellstar was from Twitch and only is on Twitch, but I got it through Twitter X is how I got on. We should be, even if they never come over to Rumble, we should be opening the door and saying, you're from Twitch? Hey, let's come on. Let's have a conversation. And it went well. Maybe one day she will. Maybe she won't. At the end of the day, though, it is what it is. But yes, tomorrow, 7 p.m., Pay It Forward. And then, of course, my guest, Electro Box, is coming on at 8 p.m. He may come on earlier, just depend. But, and I got to set up for tomorrow as well. Oh, dear Lord. So I got to get going. It doesn't take me long to do it. And now that I have the, doing the stuff with the thumbnail now, at least I got a better idea what I want to do. Mini dance in the corner. I wish I could do like gold star. Hold on. I wish I could do like gold star, silver star, bronze star as emojis, but I don't know how to do the emoji stuff. And I don't know where to look for like those kind of color of stars because those would be for members, but I don't know how to do that. So,
I do photo manipulation. It took me like 5 seconds to make a couple star emojis for you.
We'll talk after the stream. Not now. No business now. I want to get this over with. I have to get ready because I still need to go take my walk. I take 30 minutes and then I do 17. I've been doing crunches. So because again, had my recent test of my cholesterol and it went up. So I'm trying to get things back down. But I'm also trying to get better on the eating and stuff and trying not to stress about it. That's the one thing she mentioned to me. What is Dashboard saying? One of my goals is trying to get creators to join Rumble. Just convinced they'll start yesterday. He's starting. Hey, look, man. Tell him about me. If he wants to come on the show, October is open. Or if you want to direct me to him, I'll do my part. Mine is coming up. Mine is coming up. Make sure to call Putin. Oh goodness. Putin bot. Yep, of course. I like using Pogo stuff. I get a content ID hit, but nothing that's gonna strike my stuff on YouTube. It's just what it is.
Oh man, yeah.
But I love Pogo stuff. He has said there was a Twitter archive stream on YouTube where he said, as long as it's not malicious, I don't care if he uses it or not. He's a F-22. Hey, I've had Patty's Parlor military. I've had on a few. I've had another military guy too. I just can't remember. But Patty's Parlor is former military.
Patty's a good man. I see him every now and again.
As the gift that he cares, he looks like the Iceman. He doesn't have ice powers. I don't think Chad has ice powers. So he's bearded though. I have kids look like the Iceman. All right, good.
I'm trying to think of which Iceman, because when I hear Iceman, I'm thinking Mr. Freeze.
Is it the gay one or is it Mr. Free? I don't know.
Can be.
Oh gosh, flamboyancy is back again. But no, and I appreciate you all being here. So anyway, it is the end of the end, and of course it is questions from a hat time. And of course, guys, if you want more than the 2 questions asked as of the baseline, gotta shuckle some shekels. Gotta feckle some shekels. I don't know how to call it. Richard Cook. What?
I think that's the actor.
Oh, okay. I don't. You see this empty look on my face? Yeah, I didn't. He'll look it up.
Yeah, I am too.
But anyway, not looking at it.
Oh, I do. That's.
I am not.
He looks a little bigger than me, but yeah.
That's what they all say. Anyway, got the first one. All right, got the first one. Let's see. All right, let's see what this first question says. All right, Chad, be prepared. This one says, "What's the best piece of advice you ever received?"
So, when I was working at JC Penitentiary or Penny's, I was in the lunchroom there, and this was when I was still epileptic at the time. I don't know if I've grown out of it, but I haven't had a seizure in like almost 10 years now. So
That's good.
But back then I was having seizures, and I was dour to say the least, because it felt like my life was over before it even started. I was in my early 20s, and there was a guy there, and because it was a warehouse job, you could wear whatever really.
Right.
But this guy was in like biker attire, and he was a much older gentleman. I'd say he's probably in his 50s. Well, he tells me, he's like, "What's wrong? You seem a little down." I was like, "Oh," and I say my explanation, and he's like, "Well, I'm a biker Christian pastor." So he was a pastor of a biker gang that were all Christians. Each weekend they would go out to Hocking Hills and have service in the woods. Well, he's like, "Well, listen to me. This, like everything, will pass, and you may get better by God's grace, or you may not. But when you die, that illness will not come with you." And I was like, he's right. Like, no matter what, it will pass. will pass in this life or the next. No matter what, it will pass. And he's like, and then he goes, he's like, look, all your stress, all your frustration, everything is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
So don't stress about it. And then he gave me some Bible verses, and it really just struck a chord with me that, like, yeah, it will pass.
Sunrise doesn't last all morning.
Yeah. But that's the best advice I got.
Yeah. That's from the song "All Things Must Pass." If you haven't heard that song, it's George Harrison's. He put it on his album, but he did sing it sort of in the anthology album. I like the anthology one better because it's not as guitar-y as his one his album. It's electric. It's electric slide guitar, maybe like a little. I think it was like a organ sort of piano thing in the back. Simple, basic. That's all it really needs to be. But it has a powerful message in it, which is all things must pass.
Yep.
All things must pass away. It's a somber song, but there's a joy in knowing that the things of trials and tribulations are not forever. They are to a point. So whatever challenges come your way, there's always a way to overcome it. It will take time. It will take endurance. But at the end of the day, all things must pass. And that's the way it's been. All right, last question. What is your least favorite word? Please don't say Jabubi.
No.
And the stream ended.
Least favorite word. Oh, I've never really thought about that. Oh. Wow, I've least favorite word. Wow.
You probably heard it somewhere. You're like, yeah, I just don't care for it. What is it?
I got it. And everybody's gonna hate it because it's gonna really just make everybody's gonna say boomer in the chat after this. Bet.
Bet? Oh yeah. Bet?
You young people and your crappy language changes. Oh my gosh. When I asked this guy at work at my day job, hey, can you do this? He's like, yeah, bet. I had not heard this before, so I'm like, are you gambling? Like, I was like, what do you mean bet? Like, he explained it to me. It's like, it's an agreement, and I'm like, that's stupid. You're stupid. Stop it. Like, I was an old, I had that old man moment. I didn't say that to him, by the way. He was a great kid.
Yeah.
One of the best workers, to be honest. And then he explained that it was from a basketball star said it first, and then it kind of caught on. I was like, yes, because everything that sports stars do is really intelligent.
Yeah, retention.
So yeah, I think bet and that whole like words like that are cringe.
Cringe.
That's another word I can't stand, but still.
Cringe. At least it's not like moist.
Yeah, that never bothered me. It bothered the hell out of my ex-wife though. So I took every chance to be like, wow, this brownies you made are moist.
You're devil in disguise, you scoundrel. Oh man. Well, anyway, thank you guys for all being here. I can't. That was too good. That was the Riz. Oh, we got one right here. Riz. Sure. I understand that.
For some reason, Riz doesn't bother me as much.
There's not really a word I hate. I think it's one where I think it's more of the or likes, because those are the pause words for your brain to catch up, right? So those are what I dislike more, because it sounds like you can't say a sentence without saying them, like and just let it go. Just let it go.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to hear a lot of ums in my streams because I am terrible.
That's where you take a breath and say, checkmate. Um, anyway, guys, I know, my endings for a show are always long. It's like so long, farewell, I'll be to say goodnight. Just get to bed. God dang it. Hate should top it all. Well, you can't hate because hating hate is a paradox. It's a hard habit to break. It is true. Oh, not that. That was the wrong one. It's the hard habit to break. It's hard not to say and like hey, all right, I have a hard enough time, Squall Rush, Mr. Dragon Ball Maestro, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I know I take too long to end it. But anyway, guys, see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and my guest at 8 p.m. Eastern, Electro Box or Elector Box. I'm gonna have to look that name up again. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here, and don't forget share, follow, comment, hokey pokey, turn yourself around. That's what it's. I actually don't notice it when you do that. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Chad, you're always welcome back. Of course, it's like fourth time now. Goodness sake. But it's not been us before. It's not been us together. It's been a while. But anyway, see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, guys. Pay it forward stream. Until I gotta get there. Hold on. Cats in the Fiddle. Hey Diddle. One day with you. Bye, Pogo. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.